region.
That's true. And I mean, this is not a character you can, pick up and, you easy with, especially at high levels, right? Because even though it's not a character that people get to see that often, he's still very weak. He's death by 1,000 cuts. You really got to know your mix-ups and understand how the other person's going to play too as well. And I think this is a matchup where Fang's going to have to suffer a little bit. He's going to have to get hurt a little bit, but let's see what CCH knows about this.
Yeah, so right off the bat, you see Novaspec giving away a little bit of space, but trying to fight his way back in now, and we're seeing the V skill coming into play from Chris CCH as well, and I think that's going to be a big part of this matchup. Trying to catch some of Fong's slower, longer-reaching buttons, or if he's trying to do the cloud mid-screen or maybe the balls, you can just suck him in, get that install, and then try and get your pressure going.
The benefit for Chris CCH, or I'm sorry, Novaspec, is like he gets that suck, he gets a pretty useless move. Like there's a few setups that they're not so good. But you know what's good is this Oki, this corner carry. Chris CCH trying to chase up with Novaspec. He's out of there with the EX.
Yep, gets sucked in with the V skill, and we're looking at the abuse of the axe kick, and he closes it out with the EX into the axe kick, puts him back in the corner, and takes the round.
Man, you said abuse. That's the real deal. You a good Seth player, or at least one that understands how to use the character, when you put the axe kick in your toolkit, because it's a lot of things with this character, right? That you have to deal with. But Novaspec is a punish right there, so you better space those a little bit better, bro.
Yeah, and that's got to be a counterplay that's been labbed out from Novaspec, knowing the axe kick from Seth is such a harassing tool that you have to figure out how to deal with it if your character can. And Fong having that coward crouch gives him an option that a lot of characters don't. So I guarantee that is a situation that Novaspec was super prepared for and has studied in the lab multiple times.
He's looking good right here, but the V-trigger activation, this character can make the fat comeback.
Look at the damage.
The red up at the deck dog is looking red right here.
And he's still
out that comeback. The axe kick, the abuse of that axe kick, the abuse. It's not even like a kind, nice, walk in the park with the axe kick. It's the abuse. And I'll tell you one thing that makes it, even worse is that you don't have the defensive options that other characters do have, right?
Yeah.
When you're Fang, you get the DP, you get the three-framer. You got to be at the right distance for that sweet punch that he's got, right? So it's gonna be Chris CCH taking that first round or first match. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and honestly, that was like such a great comeback too. He was down to maybe a little bit less than 5% life, and we saw the power of Seth's V-trigger and what it can do for a comeback when it's needed. And again, against a character like Fong, who can really struggle in defensive situations because, like you were saying, he doesn't have that DP, he doesn't have the traditional EX reversal, and he just had to hold it.
It's mixed or get hit when you're Fang. You got to put the mix on, or you're going to get hit hard. You saw already there, and this character can still make the comeback, so you're going to put him down the dirt. All right, not going for the activation just yet. Hex to stay alive, crouching fiercely, or crouching heavy kick lands.
Such a good interrupt with that crouching heavy kick too, pushing him back towards the other side of mid screen and getting all of this damage, and he gets the stun.
Nah, dog. Capcom, we gotta talk about. Never mind. I want to play this character. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
No. You're selling your soul to the dark side.
Listen, when you see a character like this, I actually saw Phenom talking about this character, or talking about like Akuma not being top one. He wouldn't reveal who his top one was, but in my mind, I think it's Seth. I think it's the Seth pick. It could be the character in his eyes, because you see how easy it is for the character to get the comeback, the damage on the deck and stuff like that. He's got a lot of great normals, a lot of great positioning, and look at the stun. It's almost there.
That's crazy.
If that was actually that would have been done. Oh my god.
Was that it? Did he definitely went for the DP on purpose, but man, I hope that doesn't come back to bite him. Oh, and he challenges during Novaspec's try to take his turn back, and it didn't matter. Chris CCH closed it out convincingly, 2-0 over Novaspec. This is winners though, so Novaspec still has a shot.
Yeah, I know. He's obviously the villain of the piece for Chris CCH out here running the set. But you know what? I'll give it to the people in the real way, right? Because that is a strong character, but you gotta have pretty decent footsies to be able to use those powerful tools.
For sure.
Anyone can pick up Akuma. Anyone can pick up
Excuse
Bison.
me?
Don't mean it can be good. Hey, I didn't say anything about your Akuma. I think your Akuma is good. My Bison, however, is absolutely ashy. It's absolutely dusty, dog. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'll be honest. Anyone can pick up those characters, but you ain't gonna see me taking down people. I fought strong players before, and they've wrecked me. So it doesn't matter about you picking up a strong character. It's how you use those tools. And you saw Chris CCH use the axe kick, the suck, the Hoover vacuum coming through, and the B trigger in the right way. So it just goes to show you that if you're a strong player, you pick up a strong character, make some magic happen.
Yeah, it's the right formula for success, and that's kind of been the mantra of you know, that idea of picking a top tier, right? A lot of people can get caught up in the idea of like, okay, well, as long as I play a broken character, I don't have to put in the work or whatever. That's not true at all. Honestly, in most fighting games nowadays, you don't really have characters that are so broken that you can just skirt your way right through any competition. That's not really the case anymore. And we can see that, you know, at such a young age, the genius of Chris CCH and the strong, grounded fundamentals really carried him there.
Yeah, he's definitely one that's always been strong. It doesn't matter. Like, a lot of people can say what they want about, you know, him picking Seth or anybody picking Seth. He's proven he's strong with Sakura, you know, with G. And these are some of these characters have problems or issues where, Guile as well, where they can be exploited. So we're going to be seeing some more top tier on the deck. It's going to be Urian versus Mika. But again, what happens, what the tiers on stuff like that, they're so close it doesn't matter. What's going to happen in the match is going to be way different depending on the players and their skill set, and among many other things.
Yeah, I have to say that I think this is going to be a tough matchup for Mika. You know, she's going to have a really hard time contesting Urian in that mid-range, the range where he wants to use crouching meeting kick, the range where he wants to, you know, swing with that big chop. And then on top of that, if there are situations where she wants to go for the command grab, he can go for light headbutt and beat it.
That's true. You gotta worry about the splash though if you're against Mika, and then you gotta worry about being in the corner where he's not gonna be at all. And oh, never mind. One-way trip if he has it his way. Go with the pickup.
This is his chance. He does have V trigger, so there's an opportunity for him to get a mix-up that could potentially seal the round. Okay, he goes forward off the slide. Oh, what a good slide.
Like, what a good B reversal to kind of put some defense on the corner. Gets the combo. We still living. We still alive. When you stay alive in the corner, you feel like a god against Mika. Like, when you stay alive, you're like, I can do it. I can win.
Big confidence boost.
Yes, I can win. It's not like Piccolo out here. I can do it, yes. I feel amazing.
That's
and then
a
you meet
pretty good
Frieza. But then you meet Frieza in the corner like this right here, when Mika goes Frieza mode on you, and you get reminded of what life is really like until the command grab. That's unfortunate, but the back throw will save him. Positioning style.
Now, what is No Respect gonna do to? He's not stunned. He's one hit away. He's got a chance. Aegis can do it, but just like that, Noah doesn't give him any chance to breathe and closes it out. He puts him in the blender of, you know, you block the jump light kick, and then what is it? Is it going to be command grab? Is it going to be frame trap? Is it going to be nothing to bait the EX headbutt?
He's really good about checking, you know, him coming in, but there's the EX tackle to kind of switch up that offense. Noah still got the positioning. EX to bust through.
Okay.
That's that young man. You can't train them like that.
True.
They're gonna bust out when they want to. And if you're on the back foot like this, you gotta figure out a way. Like, maybe V-Trigger has to come out.
Yeah. He's gotta figure out a way to slow Noah down. Let's, you know, as we see him week after week, that is his live or die motto, right? It's, I'm gonna go 1,000,000 miles an hour, and if you can't stop me, I'm gonna win. And so each player that fights him has to figure out how to slow his momentum, halt him a bit, and better figure out how to dissect his game plan so that they can kind of pick him apart.
I think No Respect actually is really good about that. You saw how he did put the stop sign on him, played him in the mid-range, in the neutral. We don't really see that many splashes to kind of bait out, you know, reactionary things and stuff like that from Noah. He's kind of running his game plan and a little bit not, I hate to say it, but he's not respecting No Respect, all right? It's a one-player game for Noah right now. He's got to realize that there's someone else on the other controller, on the other side. The neutral jump, the call out, the full combo to the corner.
Big call out. I think that's paying attention to the kind of player that Noah is. I feel like he's been watching him for weeks now, and maybe they've run into each other. I wouldn't be surprised. But that is, he knew that was a hard read. He knew the timing.
On the other side, though, wakes up right at the right moment. He'll hit the alarm clock on the deck, but here we go, EX.
Oh my gosh.
No respect on match point.
That reaction on the neutral jump, he was scoping that out for so long. And for him to have that charge at that right moment to close out the round, or not even give Noah the chance to make the comeback with V-Trigger, was incredibly good.
Here we go, into the corner though. Noah trying to mount the comeback, trying to get some rounds on the deck, and hopefully a match back. Throw one more hit for the stun. Gotta get it done.
Oh,
and
he just dashes in. Wow. He's not gonna be able to kill here without spending meter. Okay, he busts out with the EX headbutt. He was willing to spend it. Okay. Now, this is going to take another mix-up. He's not going to die off of this. Ooh, this is... Oh my gosh, I'd never even seen something like that before.
Noah backs off, though. Man, you saw Noah just back off. The disco going to finish the job. I like that. Noah's like, I see what's at the bottom. I don't want to get cooked. I see the butter. I don't want to get cooked. Noah trying to save himself from that match point that No Respect would love to have.
He definitely, right there, No Respect was trying to go for crouching fierce on the drop kick, but he's just a little slow, and Noah took his chance, but No Respect is fighting back, trying to put him at a range where he can get the big crush counter with that stand fierce, but Noah's not counter poking.
Noah's just going in. That's what Noah's doing, dog. Noah says, listen, I got my own plan. It's actually starting to work out. Stays in front, baits it out, punish. This is what we wanted to see. This is what we wanted to see before from Noah. Starting to understand the other person's playing too. They've got their own tendencies, and he's working around that. We saw the splash earlier in that round. We saw him go for the mix-up and bait out the EX headbutt instead of just taking it. We saw him back off when he had the lead. These are things that we want to see from someone who is like, there's someone else playing. It's a Urian player, and I ain't trying to get smoked.
Yeah, and you know, Noah, excuse me, Noah did an exceptional job there of halting his offense when he needed to so that he wouldn't overextend, and that is the hallmark of a strong player, not somebody who's just an online warrior, you know, just kind of a pop monster. Somebody who is seasoned in tournaments will notice those moments and stop just short so you can make the opponent hang themselves.
Getting there, they call him the little genius for a reason, the young genius for a reason, man.
Oh, man, now he's going crazy.
He's used to the mix. He's feeling himself.
Yep.
He's got the nightmares in his head. He's about to place No Respect to bed and put the nightmares in the head. Match point, Noah. The situation has changed. Dog, you know I got those. And you know Noah's got those confirmed, dog. You see him going in when he feels himself, when he understands it's his turn to play. That's a marvel in him right there.
Yeah, and as things have been progressing throughout this set, I think we're starting to see a little more hesitancy from No Respect. He's feeling the pressure of what Mika can do if she gets a read, and that's a scary thing. I don't blame him.
The splash coming through, again, introducing these tools, cycling them back and forth, and it's starting to get harder and harder for No Respect to kind of place those, but gets the EX, push to the corner activation. You know, this can turn everything around, but it does
that V reversal.
Confirmed.
Okay, he gets the back throw, puts him in the corner, and now how's he going to deal with this? How's he going to deal with this offense from Noah? What is he going to do to? Okay.
Oh, Noah's still okay. I mean, he's still alive, but you can't take another hit. Not even a dab or a jab.
Oh, Noah
gotta find those confirms. Dude, you saw it too. If he would have buffered that EX, it would have been a corner situation, or actually, I think he had super on the deck. That might have been it if he was close enough. But now it's final game between the two.
You know, I just saw it there, and I'm surprised. I guess it's lending credence to the speed at which Noah wants to play, but we haven't seen Urian's V skill 2 Fireball really used at all to like zone out Mika. And she struggles with fireballs, but that's again just showing how momentous Noah has been, and No Respect hasn't been able to handle it.
Noah tucks him in, puts him in the losers. Yo, Noah moving through the winner's side. Hey man, he's putting him through the nightmares, dog. Tucked him in, put him to bed. Noah moving through the bracket, and this is the evolution of Noah, man. I think he was talking in the chat not too long ago, and maybe it was last week or the week before that. One of those weeks he was talking with people, and he's like, "Yeah, I just need to get there," and you know, people are like, "Yeah, just a little bit more." Starting to see it when he starts recognizing the other player. He starts putting more into his game plan, and you could be a little wild, right?
Sure.
As long as you put a little bit of mild in it, right?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, you know, as long as you have that kind of intuition to know when, okay, I've been pressuring them, I've been putting them in uncomfortable situations. I feel like right now is when they're gonna try and turn the tides, take their turn back, and you know, put me on my back foot. As long as you have a tendency and intuition to recognize that, you're going to be golden. And we saw that from Noah. He started picking up on the EX headbutt timings later on in the set, and it won him the whole game.
Looking fantastic out here. I see him in the chat with the yes, sir. Yo, you know you're feeling yourself, bro, but you still got a far bracket to go. You still have to deal with Chrissy CH on the winner side of things. But now it looks like we're going to be moving down to Hylic, who I watch over at James' stream. Shout out to James for running the pools, as per usual. Make sure you guys are following Jake Chinzor out there. My man's out there running the pools. Make sure you guys see the pathway of what's been going on. I saw Hylic out here. He was running the Akuma pick-in. Make sure you guys are running the codes out here, the promo codes. That pot look a little small, dog. Hit the WNF2020 for that free 50-cent donation. Run some love, show some support for the players. Make that pot fat, because you know what's gonna happen. You make that pot fat, people gonna come out like that. I'm telling you.
True.
You make that pot, you wanna see some real suckfest, make that pot fat, people definitely come out. So make sure you guys are running some love. You got the scrap, you know, throw it in there. If you don't have any pocket change, that's no big deal. Run that code as you see on the screen.
It's free 50
Drop some
cents.
love. Dog, I see a bunch of you coming through. 300 of you. Let's run that code. You know what? Every time if y'all run that code, get that pot up, dog, you'll get that nice and fat. I'm gonna make my son fat. I'm gonna feed him some treats after this, all right? If I see that pot looking nice, I'm gonna make my son's tummy looking nice, okay? I'll also give him a treat anyway, but you know, you gotta do it for the people. You gotta do it for the people. You know, you know what you gotta do. But anyway, Hylek, Kuma player, got pieced up against a Sagat, and then he showed another side, which is the Karen, which I think is really cool because I think you know, Kuma versus Sagat is an even matchup, but my man was like, I don't feel comfortable. It hurts. I get hit. It hurts a lot. You see the bar go like this. He's like, let me run the Karen. Let me show you the footsie game, and it actually worked out for him. So you know, he's on the loser side of the top 8 here, and we're gonna see where's his
against
opponent.
Blarlad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you were actually saying, well, actually, never mind. We won't get into the Sagat Kuma matchup because that's not important. What's coming up is
No. I mean, we gotta wait for Blarlad to get in here. I mean, a lot of Akuma players hate that matchup. I know y'all despise it.
Yeah, first, I don't think it's the worst. I think I don't know if it's even 6-4, but I do think it's in Sagat's favor.
Yo, clip that, people. Clip that. Put that on the Twitters. Blow him up for that. Akuma losing a matchup? Akuma? Yo, the chat is going, what? I'm saying.
No, it's like, it's so tough because, like, his anti-airs are so consistent, especially whether it's stand roundhouse or his DPs, his anti-airs are so consistent, and he obviously outzones Akuma, and the only way really that you can try and deal with that is by reaction medium kick Tatsu through the low fireball or getting into range to sweep the high fireball. And it's like, to do that consistently is, you basically have to be Tokido. And so it's like, if you can get in on him, sure, but it's like, it's so hard compared to a lot of other characters. However, I would say switching to Karen is a great counter pick because you're going to destroy Sagat and footsies all day.
I think that's a matchup where if you've labbed it out and you understand how to deal with Sagat, that's just one of those things where, like, it becomes a matchup for Karen. If you don't know that matchup, Sagat rules, rules are neutral. But, you know, going back to the Sagat, Kuma matchup, I can see why you guys definitely feel that way. You have to navigate the fireballs, the anti-airs. At the same time, you ask a Sagat player, you look on the other side of the screen. When we get offline locals back, back on track, you look over the other side, you look up like that dude's sweating. He has to hit every anti-air on point. He has to hit everything perfectly because if it goes downhill, V-trigger activates. You got a million tools, and Sagat's got a couple.
For sure.
It's one of those where it's like, if you're on either side, it's gonna hurt. But speaking of hurt, Blarlad runs that Abigail out here, right? And he's gonna be playing against two characters that if they get touched, they melt.
Yeah, so as actually, I mean, I have played both of Hylek's characters. I started with Karen in season 1 and then gravitated to Akuma because he's my favorite, but I do not like this matchup as Akuma. Abigail honestly kind of excels in footsies compared to some other grapplers. The only one that has better footsies than him, I think, is Birdie, but even then it's like close. And again, obviously the damage is just, otherworldly. So Akuma gets, read incorrectly, or excuse me, gets read correctly, or makes one misstep with an EX uppercut, you're just dead. You're melted.
That's true. It's one of those, like, on paper, like, yeah, Akuma does great, but, like, what's on paper doesn't always happen in the match. And it's like, if you're playing perfect on the perfect day, there's no rain right now. Like, right now, Hylek's, the sun is shining right now. Everything, the birds are flying as he gets these confirms. But here we go. Back throw, Blarlad's down in the corner. Yup, I see the clouds in the sky, dog.
Oh, he misses anti-air. That is
the parry.
That is something that Abigail has to be careful of. He has to be really specific with his anti-air options. And so if he screws that up, Akuma can get the advantage. Oh my gosh, he's dead.
My man's dead.
He did 40% off of... Jesus Christ, this character. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
So ridiculous.
Don't mess up. Why you messing up? That's the thing. Don't mess up. I just gotta be a little more careful.
Just don't get hit.
Listen, when you're playing a character that definitely has all the options and you can do it, you just have to be a little bit more. We saw a few missed confirms here and there from Highlight to get to that point, so it wasn't just like a one touch and done. But you definitely got to plan for that kind of position right here. Barlad gets a pickup, put him close to the corner, flip over that, but the one's right in that back Pierce. Barlad definitely goading him to it too. You see him like goading him to come to.
And that's the thing, right? Is the back Fierce from Abigail is arguably his best button. It starts up in 6 frames, beats fireballs, and gets him some of his best Oki situations along with great corner carry. And so you'll see it a lot, especially watching somebody like Itazan. I really see it a lot, and even Blarlad to a degree. They really like to just kind of spam it in neutral because it's so hard to deal with. It beats so many other options that you can just kind of get away with it because it's so good.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's good, but like you're seeing issues from Hylic, right? Like it's also there's issues that he's running too. Like he's not landing some confirms here and there. That just happens. You know, again, playing perfect's easier said than done. And Hylic with a miss right there and gets catches the jump in. Barlad's in his head right now. You saw Hylic has not changed either. He's sticking with the Akuma. And I agree. I want to see more of the Akuma pick right now, right? I feel like it's just him leveling up his game plan, activation off the palm. Let's see what happens from this.
He needs to make this V-trigger count, and although he has him cornered right now, I'm not really too worried about Blarlad in this situation because he has the life to deal with this, right? He's still 3 mix-ups away from losing, and he's 1 mix-up away from beating Hilux and putting it at that point.
That man's letting those jump-ins go free.
Oh, I like the
nice teleport.
Yeah,
see, my man's
he threw the fireball back! That was so sick. Now he's got to deal with the tire, though? Okay,
punish.
Yep, he gets the punish. Okay, he shimmied him right there. Hilux, he's been trying to play at a range where he can use Akuma's stand medium kick to whiff punish the long-reaching normals from Abigail, and it's been tough because Blarlad has been doing a good job of baiting him into ranges where he can crush counter him because of the priority system.
Oh. At least here we go. Hylic looking a lot stronger, dropping some confirms, but no big deal because he's still got him in the corner. Cancel. Barlad. Get out of here. And you said before, like that, his health is still a resource, so he's still living right here. And oh, this is the damage that's going to even things out. Of course. Tire Chan, help me. Help me, Tire Chan.
I saw what he was trying to go for there. He wanted to be able to demon flip over the tire and not deal with it, but he got caught, and I like the wake up DP there. Oh, I hate when that happens. He just mistimed the back Fierce to get the corner switch, but he's able to close it out anyways.
Don't worry, you got 2 fireballs. Your mom said you could have 2 fireballs with that jump in and the V trigger.
So privileged.
Able to close it out. Hey, that's listen, Akuma.
It is.
He's a privileged character. Listen, you got to agree. You got to agree. Hell, I might pick up this character too because he's so damn privileged. But again, it's you got to be super careful about what you do in this neutral. Obviously, we saw how much damage Abigail can do, but Hylic starting to tighten up those confirms, starting to whip less things. All he has to do is really bring those anti-airs together, and it might be a done deal for Barlad. Seems like he can't get too much going.
Yeah, and another thing that we saw coming out from Hilux, which really was helping in situations where he felt it prevalent to neutral jump, he was using his meter for EX Fireball to beat the potential anti-air option from Abigail, and it helped him keep him cornered, and it helped him get a little bit of damage and keep his momentum.
Okay, overhead lands though. EX coming through. I like Hylic just going for this corner push, but good drop.
Man, these drops have been killing him, and this is so tough. Abigail is so close to building V-trigger, and oh man, what a jump timing from Hylic there. He's gonna get.
Another mistake.
Oh, he calls him out.
Fireball.
Okay.
Save the day into the armor and gets the meaty no vegan. Yeah. Hylic now on match point. This is the turn we want to see. Even with these drops, I mean, we could talk all day about how you should drop, but the other person has to capitalize properly. Yeah. And it hasn't been all that way for Barlad. It's on a perfect day for them as well. The sun's got to be shining for them, across the seas for them. Good punish right here. Hylic going in saying you cannot sweep me for free.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
So, Blarlad's trying to fight his way back to mid-screen now, and has done so successfully. He's lost a decent amount of health, but again, Abigail doesn't really care about that. Look at the damage he's doing already, able to call out the tire, and he's almost got 2 bars of V-gauge.
Stop back. V reversal though.
good view reversal. I really like that. You know, to slow down Blarlad's game plan and give Hylux time to think and assess how he should handle this.
Getting meaty. He probably tried to jump. Like
He's not
maybe it's a
dead.
command
So
grab.
close. Okay, good block. Oh, he blocks the overhead. Okay, here's his chance. Okay. Oh man,
Remember,
that was a good.
You are Akuma. You've got all the tools to work with. It's all about you, baby. It's all you a Home Depot character, man.
Oh my gosh,
I
that
just say the
teleport was so clutch.
I'm telling you, when you have all those things you can use, you're never out of the game just yet. Red Fireball coming through, got him in the corner. The shimmy, the bait, the bite. Easy bait oven. It's to finish the job though. Gotta let it cook a little bit more.
Yep. Get the EX Red Fireball to take some great damage. Oh man, and he is one away. Okay, what's it? He knew he was gonna go for the instant overhead. He knew. Genius. Blarlad was so prepared for that. You know, why would you not do it on the tall boy, right?
He's a big boy. You know, he definitely is a big boy. You know what's coming, right? Like, but that's the thing is, it's one thing to, watch out for that. It's one thing to also have an answer for it and go for it. Blarlad, saving himself in that match point. We're all even out here, final round between the two. High leg, gotta be careful. Oh,
big jump in,
but drops the combo. You gotta tighten those up, my friend. It's Blarlad. It's Abigail.
Yeah, you cannot give Abigail the chance to make the comeback. You can't do it. For him, it takes so much less than every other character, and against somebody like Akuma, it's gonna hurt.
The chase down, speaking of hurt, look at that damage right there. You had to pay the toll, but there's a red fireball coming through. One of the great things about having this, the red fireball, the EX version, it eats the armor, so you can't come in for free. V reversal, Hylux starting to use that meter, push them away, one more hit to do it. All he needs is that one bit, that one touch. Hylux about to send Blarlad out of this tournament. Look at him smoothing and grooving on the dance floor.
Got V trigger. He's looking for that activation point. How's he gonna get it? You see,
the double sweep. Oh, he makes those. Was are super clean. The jump back.
Yep, throw the fireball back. Oh man,
it's Hylux using the air fireball coming through in the neutral from the skies. What a surprise, Hylux.
Hylux closes it out, and I think what happened there right at the end, Blarlad was hoping to armor through the fireball, but because of the season 4 change, or the season 3 or season 4 change to the gray health, I think he just straight up died from it. He didn't have enough life to armor through it.
Hey, it happened. It'd be like that, but that's, again, one of those great things. And speaking of great things, we're going to be moving to the Arc Revo in a couple of weeks, Southwest and Northwest. You see on the screen October 31st and November 1st. Make sure you guys are checking that out. Make sure you guys are signed up for both Granblue and BB Tag. I know I'm looking for that Granblue, dog. I'm hungry for that Granblue. Out in the Midwest, we got ours coming up super soon. I can't wait for that with the Balila changes, or Balila. Whatever his name is, however you say it. People say it so many different ways. I call him Bell. That's my boy Bell. He's super busted, and I can't wait to see him roll through.
Yeah.
But I also can't wait to see, the players who have been maybe not playing as much online, like Kizzy and them, kind of wait for the tournaments. This is their time to shine. So make sure you guys are checking these out. If you're not going to be participating, make sure you guys are playing and, watching. And if you need to play, make sure you guys sign up at the right times here. And we're going to be moving on to a pretty upsetting battle. It's the battle of the boys.
Yeah, we
Mario
had
versus
this last.
Luigi.
Yeah, we had this last week. I think it was like losers like semifinals or something. But yeah, it was a great fight, and we saw a multitude of very intricate situations that you would only see between these two characters because these guys are brothers and they've played each other a billion times. Right. And those are the fun matches to watch, where you see things that maybe don't make sense on paper, but it's because they know that other players' tendencies so well that they're like, okay, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna react this way, and it's gonna work because I've fought you 100 gajillion times and I know how you think.
Right. We've been, when you're brothers and you play at the same high level, you're definitely gonna be running sets all the, see me first of 5, who's gonna do the dishes? Who's gonna take out the dog? All right, yeah, but catch me in that first attempt, so he's gonna pick up the poop. All right, who's gonna be doing that one, huh? But that's the thing is, like, just as you said, you're gonna be seeing a lot of that intricacy, especially even now, because both of them, and plus everybody else in the West Coast is getting ready for the finale of the CPT in terms of tour. The very last one is gonna be NA West 2. So the last one's gonna be that. That's gonna be really great. So you have to get that practice, in tournament. Like, what happens if you have to fight your brother? What happens if you gotta face off? And I know. I can't hear it, but I know what's playing. Yo, chat, let me know if it plays, because I peeped last week a little bit. I was a little bit sick, but I definitely had some a chance to peep what was going on. Chat, let me know what the music's playing, because we can't hear it. Let us know what's good. Mario versus Luigi, top 8 loser side. Let's see which brother's going to be able to take it this time.
Okay, and right off the bat, you see G going for that fireball game, right? Like Karen, that's how you beat Karen. If you have a fireball, you have to use it in the ranges that she wants to try and poke with stand medium punch, crouch medium kick. You have to establish that, but it's so dangerous because if she gets that jump in, similarly to Cammy, she can start her offense so strong and it's hard to stop.
At the same time, you got G, dog. This character, he's so great about. I think he's really good in the neutral against this character. Whip punish game is really good, and all it takes is one light, and you know, great situation in a bar to put her on her back, that low health, but you gotta be careful with that forward fierce that can be punished, but just at the right distance, have time to do so. Luigi with the lockdown right here with the fireballs, but
oh man,
it's the EX to dash through.
Yep, what a reaction through that fireball to fight her way back to mid screen and you know try and dissuade Luigi from throwing as many fireballs so she can work her way in. Really smart from Mario. All
right, let's see what Mario can do. He's at trigger, how he's going to activate, and that's what one thing you're looking for as Mario, the trigger activation and what he's going to go for next, because you know what's coming. There it is, forward fierce, the back throw,
and that
in the corner. Yeah, dog, you see the damage, and plus you can't move.
He's building up towards super. He's going to chip her out.
Oh, yo, he
man,
saw that
reaction.
though. Okay, said, not today.
Oh my gosh, and he did the sweep on the back jump, but is he going to be able to EX? Or did he press a button? Oh, he pressed a button. He went for the stand light kick.
It don't matter. Into the tubes you go with that EX.
Man,
that was with the super. No EX.
That attempt from Mario, though, I love it. He knew that Luigi was going to try and jump out of the pressure, so he was ready in the right range to sweep the recovery of the jump. It was so good.
Man, good stuff here. You know, Luigi having to spin all that bar, but you know you're gonna get it back no matter what. Luigi's still at the back, but this is the other side of things for G. You put the pressure on the boy, he starts to melt a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's always trigger in the back pocket, dog.
That shimmy was ridiculous. He's buffered in and out of his face like 6 times.
Is the activation gonna come? One more hit to do it. Overhead. He gets stuffed. He knew what he was going for. He knew it. No activation just yet.
He was gonna go.
I think that was a command grab. We've talked about this before, right? If you get super greedy with it, you're like, I'm gonna put hands on the man, start with the command grab to make the comeback, but you know, again, they know each other, they know how each other play. That's a tendency thing coming through.
Yep, it was a really good sweep from Mario there, slowly walking Luigi back towards the corner, and that's where Karen and so many other characters shine in this game. If you have that corner offense, it's so tough for the other person to deal with, and it overwhelms their mental stack.
Careful with the fierce. You see more buffers though from Luigi to get out of the corner. Some of those situations could be like a buffer in the mid screen, and EX is the party starter for G.
Yeah, and we did notice a couple misconfirmed from Mario's excuse me, from Mario on the crouching medium kick, and that's costing him because G, if he lands that hit, he gets the corner carry one end to the other, but he got the right hit there, Mario did, and gets the super. This is gonna close it out.
Yes, sir. Not east or west, just going south. Oh, Mario with that pressure, that walk down. That's okay. Mario gotta be built different than most of us. Okay, I was gonna say it now because if you can walk down G like that, I don't care if it's your brother, your mother, someone you know closely, dearly, like you know everything about them, their likes and their dislikes. It don't matter. If you can walk down G like that, even if you have a character that kind of rules that neutral, you don't fear a damn thing. You probably don't look both ways when you cross the street. Mario. I love that though, but I feel like that's kind of the way you have to play against G. You have to have that no fear. You know scare?
Yes.
I know scare. Mario, take down his brother, loser side.
Yeah, and that's something I think really makes a Karen player is confidence, right? Understanding your character's strengths and how they take advantage of your opponent's weaknesses and really harassing them. And we're seeing, Jesus Christ, we're seeing that right now. Look at this.
Yeah, no meter for the pickup. This time, I mean, EX, activation, make the comeback, back throw, catches it out of the reversal. Yeah, it's got the lockdown right here.
How is Luigi gonna make this comeback? Make it safe with the fireball. Really smart V reversal from Mario there, and that is an advantage that Karen has versus most characters. She doesn't have to rely on her V trigger for a comeback. She can basically just use her V gauge for V reversals offensively or defensively, and that's such a strong toolkit compared to most other characters.
Mario with that froggy jump, dog, gets across up, one away from taking down Luigi. And again, we saw, this and that about this matchup, but you see how confident Mario is in dealing with Luigi, and you don't see the confirms that you really see from Luigi. It's like he's just super pensive in dealing with this matchup, and the whip punch on the medium.
Yep,
just done.
Oh man, he calls him out. Oh, that stings. That's mental damage. He's dead.
EX.
Oh, not dead yet.
The Meteorite to finish the job. The double tap Mario takes it 2-0 over Luigi.
Oh, over his brother.
I don't even know if that's what's going on. Bum, 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 ba, na, 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 na. So
Perfect
it's gonna
rendition.
be Mario. Yeah, I don't know if that was on time. We're just gonna pretend like it is. But we're not gonna pretend that Mario's gonna be the one moving on, because it is gonna be him over his brother. That's up to Luigi. But you saw the pensive play that was unfortunately putting him with the back against the wall, and not seeing the typical G things. And I like how Mario kind of survived, G, because a lot of people out there, they'd be like, man, G, what do you do against G? It's impossible to fight this character. Right. It's too strong. This and that. And this character is broken. I'm not gonna lie. But I will say that there's, if you can constantly put that pressure on and disallow them to do the G things, or fight out and not feel like they are, or feel like they're really trapped, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, and like it looked like Luigi never really found his footing to be on the attack. It felt like he was always on the back foot and struggling to get Mario off of him. And again, I have to imagine that is, that is kind of a tell of, over the last 100 sets they've played, probably who's been on top. He's living in his head rent free, and that kind of showed there. That was a little free.
Landlord's knocking on the door like, you gotta go. My man's like, I'm squatting and I'm not leaving. But to be honest though, it could be one of those things where he's like, listen, I'm saving myself for regionals. I ain't showing you a damn thing. But you know what? There's still some money to be made up in these local tournaments. Make sure you guys are hitting up that match arena, putting in that code. You guys want me to keep the fire on the mic? You want Mustafa to keep the fire on the mic? Put in that code. Show some love. Show some support. Show some support for the players that are giving you this great Street Fighter 5 action as you guys are vibing tonight on a beautiful Wednesday. Because I know I'm vibing, dog. I don't know my neighbors. I definitely know my neighbors ain't vibing. They're probably like, they're going to bed. I swear, when this is over, I'm going to send an email, and I swear, or maybe they're watching this and just like, all right, he's cool. This is what he's doing. Yo, I see y'all in the chat. What's going on? Everybody coming through. I hope you guys are enjoying this action. Zero Loyalty, the god, helping out with Danny Fam's, exhibition series that we haven't seen a little bit of. I think Heat Check, which he's taking. I think they're taking a little bit of a break, but I can't wait to see him come back. Yeah. Every single week getting the players, getting them set up.
Not only that, but then he's doing commentary and trying to get, trying to make sure the players are actually there on time and wanting to do it. Yeah, it's tough, but it's been great content. And that's another thing, actually, for one of our players who are still in on winner's side, if we can promote the Saturday Night Nightmares from Noah. He's been killing it with his exhibitions of his own. There was a big fat money match last week between Zaf and No Need to Talk. Yes. But it's been a really, really great series, super hype. And if you guys could, go ahead and check that out. He deserves it. He's putting in good work for the community.
Yeah, make sure to hit that follow button on his channel too. Make sure you give him some love, and make sure you guys are showing up for them nightmares, dog. You ain't gonna regret it. I mean, I gotta say, I love my boy Snake's commentary. My man is streets with it.
Wild.
My man is streets. I love
it.
Hey
guys,
my man's like,
no respects. Internet went out.
Oh no.
So he's trying to reset it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can get Nova Spec and Mario then while he works on that. We'll try that. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, we're gonna go down to the other part of the losers bracket. We're gonna try to anyways. Nova Spec and Mario. Hopefully, No Respect can get his Nova Spec and No Respect. It's kind of hard to say. Hopefully, No Respect can get his internet situation sorted out. That's the unfortunate condition of the times that we have because of Corona. But hopefully, he can get it sorted.
I mean, you gotta think about like this for competitors, for TOs. Maybe I can't speak for TOs, but I can definitely speak for like commentators at least. Online is a constant blow up, and it's hard to me. It's harder than you doing this in person. In commentary, I used to just sit down, everything was laid out. I put the headphone on or whatever, the microphone, for 2 hours, I would bounce.
Right.
Now I got to get my machine. I got to make the setup. I'm commentating in a damn closet. You know, I got to watch out for my neighbors. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that I got to make sure that, you know, I get everything locked down. So, you know, doing all this stuff is difficult. And for the competitors, it's got to be difficult too, to make sure you have your connection on the deck. And even if it's not the connection's fault, it could be CFN. It could be people, you know, watching their Netflix and stuff like that. That's just, you know, taking all the juice away. So you have all these issues that you are out of your control, and you just don't get to play, and it just kind of sucks. So, you know, you got to give a little bit of leeway to people. You know, I'm sure most people aren't sitting here playing on Wi-Fi on purpose, or, you know, or just like cutting their own line and stuff like that. Nobody wants that. They want to have some good matches. They want you guys to watch some good matches too.
Yes. Yeah, and again, guys, I feel like I can speak for everybody involved when we just want to say thank you for hanging out with us, for chilling with us, because it is a challenge, but we really appreciate your guys' viewership and you know, the commitment to the community. You know, especially since we can't have these offline events, the fact that you guys want to keep showing up and keep watching, even under these conditions, means the world. So thank you again.
I'm gonna stop you right there, because people in the chat are talking about veggie burgers, turkey bacon. Disgusting.
Yeah.
No, don't
Blasphemy.
Turkey bacon. See, that's the stuff when you don't want the flavor. You're like, wait, what if I had bacon or a burger without the flavor? You get me. I know this. I know I'm right on this. And people in the chat, if you're, no, sad day, no, dog, come on. Veggie burger, maybe it depends on the veggie burger, but like turkey bacon's pretty whack, I have to say. Pretty. Have you guys not had real bacon though? Canadian bacon, real bacon, any maple bacon, anything like that. If you listen, next time we're offline, people, y'all can bring me some. We'll have a bacon taste test. I guarantee you, I can tell the difference between turkey and normal bacon. Okay, that's how big of a difference it is. Y'all can clip that. All right, next year you're on. Whenever we get locals and 30 years down the line in the future, where we have like jetpacks and stuff like that, you can hit me with the taste test, and I guarantee you, I will tell you the difference. I know the difference because one of them tastes good and the other one tastes like nothing. Like, come on now. My taste buds must suck. Listen, you said it, not me. I didn't say it. All right, I wasn't the one who said it.
They're coming for
listen,
you.
I didn't say it. I didn't say his taste buds suck. He implied it. He said it himself. Swine is bad for you? A lot of things are bad for me, dog. You know what? How about this? A lot of things are bad for me, but guess what? It tastes so good. It tastes so good. I'm sorry, it tastes too good. So is fake bacon. I don't eat that. Don't worry about that. Y'all out here with the veggie chicken burgers. You know, actually, I did have some. I've had veggie chicken before.
It can be pretty good.
It can be, but it's got to be like it's got to be like the right kind of texture and stuff like that.
For sure. Texture's the hardest thing to get.
And my man Zero, you know what's good. We all dying anyway. With that morbid stuff. My man's like, if you hit with a Carl from Awkward Hunger Force, what's the point of exercising? You're all gonna die anyway. We're all dying anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't believe people are saying turkey. I cannot. What is with this chat today? What are you guys on today? Usually you guys are good. Now you're bringing up turkey. I don't know about this one. I can't.
You don't like any turkey?
You know, the thing is, I like normal turkey. So, okay, chat, how about this? Mustafa, how about this? Injected turkey. Thanksgiving, deep fried, injected with flavor. Now that's the stuff right there. Not this, but substitute stuff, whatever. No, get that out of here. I want that sucker deep fried. I want that sucker injected. All right? I want that big taste, that burst of flavor. And we're going to give you guys a burst of Street Fighter 5 action. We got our next competitors up on the deck. It's going to be Mario versus Nova Spec. And, you know, again, I got to keep it to the people. I got to keep it honest with the people. There was a dude like a couple weeks ago was like, I need to see some low tiers. I only see the top tiers. Well, guess what? You're getting your wish. You get it every single week. You always see a Fang. That character is definitely not top tier. I don't care if you don't know how to fight him. He's not top tier.
Oh yeah, that's true. But yeah, it's, like I was saying at the top of top 8, like I feel like for the past at least month there have been no less than one Fang in top 8, and sometimes 2. That's absolutely ridiculous. Super crazy. But we love to see it. It's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of maybe not Fang getting a lot stronger. I mean, he's okay.
I think he's actually pretty. He fights top tiers well. He does.
I think I think he annoys them pretty well. I don't know about fights them. I think he annoys them pretty well, which is kind of like, I guess, kind of the same thing, but maybe not as consistent, right? Like, you know, you hit a top tier and you're like, I'm gonna get smoked, but I'm gonna annoy him. But at the same time, you could probably take some games, especially if you put in the work. But I also think the game has gotten a lot more balanced. A lot of the goofy stuff has kind of been toned down. A lot of the characters, you know, the damage a little bit less. And this is a character that's got nerf damage in terms of Karen, right? Still hits like a truck, just a little bit small, a slight bit small.
She might be a 110-pound girl, but she'll hit you like a gorilla.
Yes. Yo, she's slugging out here, right? She's a gorilla with the wig on. Oh, forgot about the 2 hits. Yo, thanks all about the 2. You gotta remember there's 2 on the deck. Everything is 2 with this dude.
That classic sweep. You know, it's been tripping people up since Street Fighter 2 with Guile. You gotta make sure you're blocking your toes the whole time.
Gotta remember that's his fetish. It's all about the 2 thing. That's what gets him on, you know? You see the zoning game working out, but trying to get in. It's not happening.
Using his mobility to avoid, you know, the strengths of Karen with her whiff punishing, with her harassment, with you know, stand medium punch, crouch medium punch, stand light kick, all these plus buttons. Fong is doing a really good job of avoiding those, and that's what he wants to do. That's how he wants to get his damage, and just like we were talking about, that's how he wants to annoy somebody to death. That's how he works.
I mean, it's Death by 1,000 cuts. It's definitely working out. Put a little poison in it. No trail on the fireball. Try to get the instant overhead. Didn't clip him with the COVID cut. Not just yet. But Novaspec in prime position, and he runs into the purple stuff. He saw it on the ground, still stepped in it.
I have to imagine from Mario there that was seeing a move and seeing that it was purple and assuming it was the fireballs, because I'm pretty sure Karen's EX dash doesn't go through the cloud. So I think that was just kind of an audio cue reaction that he didn't actually confirm it was one or the other.
Ah, okay. No respect, and you know, prime position again, but this could all turn around, right? Because we said before, Karen, if she hits you, is gonna hurt. All right, gonna be on the medical bills you're gonna have to pay, even in this season where her damage and her stun got, you know, down a little bit, but she's very good about that. But you see, it's so hard for Mario to get that going. As you just said, no punish on some certain things here. No respect going in.
Yeah, he throws down the EX Cloud, which I like, to help keep Karen caged, and we're gonna see how Mario is going to, you know, how he's gonna get in, how he's gonna activate that V trigger, and how he's gonna use his bar. That's gonna be the story of it.
Ooh, good jump, and there's a heavy kick. I like that heavy kick to kind of catch him with that, with the jump in, and this starts the game. But Novaspec got to figure out a way. What's his defensive option? Jump out. Mario lets us do it for free.
Yeah, and you know, Fong gets a better chance at that than most characters because his roundhouse crosses up and it's double hitting. So puts him in a lot of blocks on it and gives him an opportunity to jump out, but also keep his plus frames easier compared to other characters.
Mario can take this. So try to get him to say how didn't work. Jabs and comes, but didn't get confirmed. But he'll do it right here.
Yeah, willing to chip him out. Smart.
But you can see that kind of desperation, though, right? Like, that bar like that, you gotta do what you gotta do, but tense there.
Yeah, definitely some tension from Mario, but ultimately he can be confident in that decision. It was the right move. They were both low on health, and Fong is a character that kind of thrives off scrambles. So if you can avoid getting in that situation and win the round, it's okay if you spend some meter. It's not a big loss.
Now Mario with the offense right here. This showing the power of Karen. The damage on the deck. There was just nothing there. It ain't nothing there. The health is all gone. And again, this is one of also the other problems of Fang that we didn't really talk about. He's got a little bit lower health than some of the other characters that you might think. He doesn't have that 1,000, like the 900 something. So it's unfortunate if you get hit even more so. Less defensive options and things like that. You gotta really be playing tight. And when they're on top of you like that, it's hard to do. Mario found the rhythm and he went in.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm guessing here. Novaspec is going to probably just take a break. Wait.
How do you leave? It's not over. Hey man, it's just one match.
Was it laggy?
What are you doing?
I'm sending him another invite. He's coming back.
Maybe he just dropped. You know, maybe it's just that too.
Yeah, CFN does that sometimes. But I was gonna try and talk about some adaptations from Novaspec. I think what he should try and do is, it's hard, right? Because Karen is such an oppressive character, you know, in like really in any facet. Like, she does such a good job of keeping you locked down with her plus frame buttons, and then it's like if you try and walk out of range, you're going to get clipped with that crouching medium kick. That's confirmable. And then her offense starts, you know. Whether you quick rise or back rise, she gets really consistent easy Oki that makes you have to guess again and again and again. And so a character like Fong struggles to deal with that because, as we were talking about, his defensive options aren't the most dominant.
Yeah, they're not robust.
Right. So I think maybe I want to try and see him, you know, utilize, go back to the game plan of kind of hit and run and use his mobility to just avoid the situation entirely. Don't even get in the wheelhouse where Karen can run her game plan and kind of steamroll you. But that's easier said than done, especially against a player like Mario, who's, you know, super high caliber and has been putting in work week after week, fighting Fongs week after week.
Oh yeah, I feel like he's starting to get a little read on this matchup himself. You also saw how, like, you know, jump heavy kick started coming into play for Mario. So that's kind of disallowing a little bit more of what NovaSpec wants to do in terms of pressure, in terms of putting on the cloud and such like that. And those like 1 or 2 good calls are all Mario needs to kind of get that momentum going.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, that's what character that's what Karen thrives on. I think her and Cammy are very similar in that regard, and they've got a pretty basic game plan, and it's kind of like the washing machine cycle. It's, you know, rinse and repeat. We go through, you know, hit confirmable low forward into the special move, into quick rise or back rise. I've got this Oki that covers both. And then I can, you know, potentially tick throw you, or I can catch you with a frame trap. It's super effective, and I think that's why she's been so strong since season 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just gets emboldened in this matchup where you as a player have to make the right defensive options and choices, and you have limited ones mechanically, so you have to make them as a player, right? You have to start making those reads as a player, and easier, like you said, easier said than done. Especially when a character like this will punish you so much for every mistake that you do, and even more so when you're playing a lower health character like this, like a character that clearly can't make the comeback as fast. But let's see that hit and run style, a little bit more defense. Let's see what he's got on the deck. NovaSpec trying to come back, but Mario already has one.
Okay. You know, even though it was only a little bit of damage, I like the confidence for the whiff punish on the miss B skill from NovaSpec. That was really good. And getting pretty good damage here. Got the poison, taking away the damage, or taking away the health, excuse me, from Karen, and willing to play a little defensively here.
I also like his movement plus a little bit of damage too, plus a little bit of offense, right? He's putting the movement going, he's getting that movement going, but he's also putting a little bit of damage and then kind of skating back and forth. This is kind of a hybrid than what he was doing before, where one side was too much offense, one side was too much defense. Now he's mixing and matching, view reversal, able to get outside the corner. He'll take this crouching medium kick. This is the start, but great tech. The tech to stay alive, but the pressure continues from Mario as he gets pushed to the corner.
Man, and it's so tough to watch, right? A character like Fong, especially if you're like, NovaSpec won that round, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like he has to be sweating a little bit because he had Mario down to maybe 10% life, and Mario was like on the verge of bringing it back. He just kind of goofed up once to end up losing, but he made so many correct offensive decisions that NovaSpec had to be very aware of that and a little nervous.
Yeah, that's one of those things where, like, you're nervous, you have to keep solid, but at the same time, I bet NovaSpec's been in this situation so many times when you played this character in season where this character was worse. You see those mix, the schmicks. Let me see that shmoney. One more hit for that stun.
Man, and the composure to get the crouching fierce on that jump. And oh my gosh, that was such a weird situation. The invincibility from the slide allowed Karen to go right through. That was really weird.
Oh, the EX will go through the projectiles, but NovaSpec checks him outside the skies. Yes, sir. This is the NovaSpec I wanted to see. My man had the mix on the deck, and you saw the remix. He hit him with something different with the cloud setup in the corner. And this is where the character, when he starts to get that mix and that schmix going, dog, he gets that shmoney, okay? And when you are Fang, this is what you want.
Yes.
You want to be able to make them look every which way. They don't know what's going on. Hell, maybe you don't know what's going on.
True.
But all that matters is that you're putting the mix-ups on the deck, and NovaSpec able to bring it back to 1-1.
Yeah, and that sequence right there is something that hasn't changed. Valle is telling us that NovaSpec was having some issues with his buttons not being mapped properly. That's why he dropped out. and that might explain why he was struggling a little bit. But what I was saying, that kind of avalanche of mix-up and set play from Fong is something that has been there since the character's inception, and it's, you know, preying on unfamiliarity in the matchup, and that is something that can happen. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Like, I think Novaspec can be happy with that, but at the same time, I also think Mario can be like, that happens sometimes, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna be able to lab out every single Fang mix-up, especially when there's a lot of Fangs out there that are just like, that you don't play that as strong as Novaspec. But also, Novaspec's neutral is really good. You see him checking out those guys.
Good.
He's not reliant on just the mix, he's reliant on his neutral, and his decision-making is really great too, not putting himself in the corner, backing off when he has a lead, letting that poison wind down. This is the mark of a strong character to trade, able to save him, but still gets hit with a low. Mario on match point.
And man, that is so tough because he was playing so solid, and even though she doesn't need it, Karen does get a lot of mileage from her V-trigger in that, you know, her low forward that is already exceptionally good hit confirmable. One of its drawbacks is from certain ranges, even if you hit them with it, the Tenko can whiff. But if you're in V-trigger, you can just go right into those records, and that will not whiff from any range, and it does a grip of damage.
Wasn't able to get punished. A little too far from that. Novaspec though, just he's feeling a little more confident again. Like you said before, this could all change, but Novaspec, I'm sure he's had those rounds where things have been taken away from him from his hard work. And he's like, no big deal, dog. We run this because he's about to run it to final game, final round. Mario, Novaspec.
Yeah, it's been a good back and forth, strong adaptation, and I really like how Novaspec has switched up his offense, and it seems like he's playing kind of this hit and run style, pushing back into the cloud. I love it. Setting up the plus frames, and now he's just backing off, and that's okay. Like, look how much life he's already taken away. And if he can get a poison, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He definitely has to, you know, put a little bit of aggression on it. Like, he definitely has to play that, like, back and forth in between the aggression and the defense. And the movement, you see the mix, good blocks, and then he's out. You see he's like, okay, that didn't work. I'm out of there. You hit this cloud, you bleed.
Yeah, and the poison's taking away her health, but so she's still poisoned, but if she gets that hit, she'll recover from it and not have her health ticking down anymore. How is he gonna make it back? Oh man,
it ain't gonna happen. There is no comeback. It's just gonna be Novaspec moving through the bracket.
I like it.
That's what's happening.
You know, that was an option that Novaspec hadn't really brought out before, and that's something that I think Fong gets a lot of mileage from. You know, if you're playing this hit and run and kind of annoy them and pester them, make them get aggressive and feel like they have to make something happen, you can take advantage of the fact that he's a charge character, back off, and then just throw out that is that his Ryu Benda, I think? I can't remember. But whatever is like the dash punch thing that he has. Throw that out when they're running at you, and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna run into it. That happens a lot. It was really, really smart.
Yeah, that was some smooth play, smooth Fang play, taking down Mario, the other brother. And again, man, this is just showing you like how good, and to me at least, how good Street Fighter V's meta is, and you know, maybe furthering enabling people to survive some of the hits that some of these characters, you know, come through with. And Fang, just not a really strong character. You saw how hard Novaspec had to work, but he put in the work and he made it happen. Moving on the loser side of the bracket and moving further and further. And boy, would it be something to see a Fang maybe, you know, reach that loser side of grand finals or win a tournament. Could you imagine the headlines on event hubs? Maybe they would finally cover a tournament out here. If a Fang had won a tournament. Yeah, maybe not.
I wouldn't.
But at least it will be something for the people to see. But it's possible. Exciting. I mean, Nova definitely has some great neutral. We were talking about how the mix is very important, but he's got the neutral on the deck also to back up. And I'm gonna back up on this in this line here. I ain't trying to get pieced up by either of these two players right here. It will be an absolute one. I just take my points, please. Take my points.
Okay, so we're gonna have Hylix versus No Respect. Now again, this is as the resident Akuma commentator. I do not like this matchup one bit.
You don't like this? Are you kidding me?
Dude,
how do you, as an Akuma player, not like this matchup when you win everything?
First of all, I'll talk to you after commentary, all right? No, the big thing is like one of the ways that Akuma excels right is his air approach. But I feel like something that isn't talked about enough as to why Urien is so top tier is his incredibly versatile anti-air options with his crouch fierce that basically hits anything, and how much he gets off of it. And Akuma can't, like, if he has the wrong jump in against, you know, against a crouch fierce with enough resources, he's like one mix up away from dead. There's so much damage and potential that Urien can get, but right there we didn't even see it. That was just straight bus ass.
Then don't jump then, dude.
Well, what are you guys doing? You have an air fireball. What are you talking about? You have see the options that he has against in the neutral. I'll put it to you I'll put it to you like this. On paper, I think Akuma beats Urien because he has a lot of tools against many of the options that Urien has. However, what happens in the match is different because it's so explosive. So it can feel, and maybe it's like a close whatever, a close like 5.5 or whatever, because Urien's never out of it, right? And you're gonna see why. If the agency gets popped, that comeback factor is definitely gonna happen. You see Highlight backing away. He knows what's going on. He knows what could happen. He says, I don't want to see that mirror. I ain't trying to look at myself right now. I'm looking right at that hairstyle.
Miss space the medium kick Tatsu. He's hoping to go through a fireball there, but he gets punished for it. Oh, that weird spacing interaction. Gets the crouching medium kick into the Aegis. Yep, go in with EXD plus fireball. This isn't gonna kill, but he gets the hard knockdown. What's gonna be the guess? Yeah. Oh, that was super smart. It was really, really good. That was final round. It wasn't a safe setup per se, but again, he had the read on No Respect's sense of urgency. He really wanted to close out the round, and so he chose an option to beat the EX headbutt. It was really smart from Hilux.
Yeah, Hilux even and out right here. No cancel the crouch fierce at all. Still getting hit towards the counter hit. Tatsu, heavy version going through, another grab in the corner.
Yeah. Okay, now he's willing to just back off, throw fireballs. That's something you have to be able to do as an Akuma player, right? You have to know when to not overextend. Oh man! Oh, he just mashed it out. I respect it. I would have done the same.
Yo, you trying to live out here. I get it. Works out for Hilux though. Here's the activation. The veer sweep. He's using that for the V skill sock up. Okay. He feels confident he can do this without the mirrors.
Those dashes.
Be able to.
Okay, he's using the fireballs just to push him back. Smart. He still has to worry about EX headbutt though. Not
it wasn't a counter hit, so you couldn't get the full conversion of crouching medium. Yo, caught him reaching. Put your hands out of the pocket, or put your hands out of your pocket, bro. Here's the thing about Hilux. I like how he is contesting and containing in the neutral right here. You see how he is trapping him down with all the many options that Akuma has. And this is, again, one of those things where you have to be able to contain Urien. And I think in an online environment, it's probably a lot harder to do that, which is, again, why I think Akuma players in some matchups, they're like, man, this feels a lot harder than it usually is, because you really have to be even more on point, and sometimes connections or being online doesn't favor you as much. But at the same time, Hilux doing a great job of containing the situations that are coming to him. You saw him even back off away from the V-trigger activations, things like that. He's looking really strong, but never mind. It's all about No Respect right now.
Yeah, and he's one guess away. Oh, but he misspaces his forward medium punch and gets punished for it. Gets a V-trigger activation returned to him, and now he is dead.
The stun! Yep. Bro, just play perfect. If you're Urien, just play perfect. Then you'll make it, right? If Urien wins, just play perfect, right? I'm bugging with you, dog. Like, it is, but you see that Hilux though is definitely trapping him.
Yeah, and Akuma, when he gets the chance, Akuma makes it count better than almost any other character. I don't deny that at all. But I think No Respect could gain a little more mileage if he was willing to play more of a fireball game, because he's giving Hilux a lot of opportunities to jump in on him, where he's not ready to react with crouching fierce or forward medium punch a little bit further away. But just like that, he's got a super strong offensive sequence to take it, barely taking any damage, and puts a round of his own up on the board to hopefully fight back from this 1-0 deficit.
Sometimes you just need that rush down. It's all about that rush down. All right, it ain't about the zoning game. You get in there, the counter hits, Hilux get a little bit easy right there trying to press out. No catch on the anti-air back throw though. Hilux switching positions.
Oof, and that's
careful.
That's a really tough situation against Urien. Oh man, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
You should know this.
Man, that hurts.
You should know this. I would say you're the cool player. You should know the deed is done. And that it usually is with a CA from Urien.
Yeah,
two hits,
that's a grip.
barely to scale it.
Yeah, that's a grip. something that we saw there that that Urian does well is the situation where they're like right around sweep range and the opponent wants to neutral jump to try and bait maybe a tackle or like a fireball throw or something. He handled that so well because of his forward medium punch and how far out it reaches, and that's actually what was able to get him the advantageous when he was fighting out in the corner to get that critical art combo to win.
And yo, I want to give a big W to the Maverick FGC out here with the raid.
Dang,
guys,
30?
Hope you enjoyed your stream. Hope you enjoy this stream. We're playing 2.5 action top 8 style Hylic versus No Respect. We're 1-1 right now, and No Respect trying to make that comeback happen. Trigger activation, get stuff. My friend, you gotta realize this is season 5. Who cares? What matters is that DP at the end right there. Hylic looking one away. See, the thing is, Hylic feels, when he feels comfortable, he's got his feet up, he's kicked up. It's Friday night, and he's feeling all right. Hylic is smooth, all right? That's where he feels like he's playing well, but he can contain the situation. If you're No Respect, you have to disrupt that rhythm.
Yes, for sure. And No Respect has been struggling to establish his own will, and oh man, he gets called out for the EX headbutt, and that's a sign of desperation right there. He could tell that Hylic was getting a little too comfortable, and he was trying anything to disrupt that rhythm, just like you were saying, but Hylic was 10 steps ahead of him. He knew.
It's not over yet. Trigger activation, especially in the corner. What's that setup? Was it the fireball EX? Reset time. We teleported out of there, and that was enough time to get out of there too. Hylic staying alive, surviving that quite well. Again, all about that defense, dog.
Willing to throw fireballs from this range, that's okay. But that is the answer. Oh man, no punish. That was that little bit of hesitation because last time he hit him with the V-trigger uppercut, he mashed it out.
And Hylic taking it from the grass. My man had it in his hands. He could have brought it back, but yo, sometimes it's just not like that. What you can say.
Yeah.
A good match though. Hylic though.
It was a good match. It was pretty back and forth and very high octane, but I think what made the difference was that level of comfortability. Hylic's, although there were a couple times where No Respect had these impressive, fast, hard-hitting offensive sequences, and he took around in 20 seconds or whatever, right, barely taking any damage. But that didn't shake Hylic, and it showed. He kept his composure later on in the set and took advantage of key situations to either make comebacks or keep himself sitting pretty so that No Respect couldn't make a comeback of his own.
That's correct. I mean, Hylic I love his defensive choices. I love how he, again, knows how to control. That's the sign of a good Akuma. Like, you know this, of course. Like, when you're able to control situations and really put that, impose your will. That's the sign of a good Akuma. Not just running your game plan or whatever. When you really understand the other person, you understand their tendencies and what their characters can do, and you work around that, that's the way. But he's not out of this just yet. He's got to fight Chris CCH, who I'm sure definitely has that Akuma work down.
Oh, for sure.
He's fought Samurai, and listen, I don't want to fight you guys too much on this, but I'm gonna have to run it to you one more time. ! Matcherino.
Yes.
Run the code. It's on the page. Show some love. I know we got some in the chat. Put that in the pot. If you got a little scrap in your pocket, throw it their way. If you don't, no big deal. You can run the code for absolutely free. There's also some sponsor codes on the right-hand side. So, let me actually. Oh, he already did it for us. Run that ! And Matcherino, and there it is actually on the screen. Got 14 bucks. Let's make that higher, people. I see almost 400 of you up in here. Let's use that code up. Let's use the sponsor codes up. It only takes a second. Run the run the tab. You make another tab and run some love. Show some support. Only takes a second as we get to this next match here, people. Actually, I'm sorry. It's gonna be Chris CCH versus Noah the Prodigy, who has definitely been showing out here.
Yes.
Looks like it's gonna be the winner side. Winner side of things.
Yeah, it seems like over the past while that we've seen Noah doing exceptionally well. He's been more often than not on the loser's side. In top 8, he's made top 8 consistently, but it's been on the loser's side. So this could be his ticket to the big dance, right? Here's his opportunity to remain on the winners and gain some
of shedding
invaluable confidence for a young player. Now, obviously, he has been around in the FGC for like 10 years at this point, but that doesn't 10 years in the FGC is, you know, half as long as some people. So there's still room for improvement, and this could be a really, really big deal for him.
Let me make some room for Satsu Ryu with the Twitch sub. Much love. Gotta give some love and support.
Thank you,
some
homie.
love and support to the channel. It's gonna go to the tournament. Thank you so much. We're gonna give you some great Street Fighter 5 action. Know the project's going in, getting that stun.
Man, quick work.
We could talk all day about how the neutral's difficult, but when Mika gets in, it don't matter who you are. You could be the Pope. You could be a bear in the woods. It don't matter who you are. You get pieced up. Know the prodigy, slapping them cheeks.
Everybody can
First
get the
line.
work.
The hands
Okay.
up. Let's see Chrissy CH though. The advance.
Oh, he called out this body splash that was really good awareness and insight into how Noah likes to, well, I guess Mika's in general, but how characters or how Noah likes to try and change positions and turn the tides. It was a whole lot of word vomit.
Hey man, I get you. I mean, there's a lot going on, especially when it comes to Seth in general, and Noah's playstyle also. See, he's very wild, but he's got these moments that he can contain his pace. That's what we've been watching this entire tournament, where he's just like slowly but surely reeling himself back the moments that might put him in danger and putting the other person in danger. It's Danger City right here. Chrissy CH looking to get out of there though. The trigger activation.
Ooh, gets the side. Oh, no side switch. I wonder if that was supposed to be a side switch situation. That's hard to say. And maybe it was, you know, a slight miscalculation on the spacing or a misinput or something. Oh no!
That's a miscalculation right there. The jab DP did not work. Now Noah the Prodigy getting an additional bust out. Don't matter.
Nadeshko closes
she was in the
it.
6. She was in the 6. She's behind her the whole time. In the alleyway, you get jumped. There's only one of you. No, I got 2. It's me and my homies, dog.
Ride or
Mika
die,
and
homie.
friends. It's Mika and friends, okay? Mika and friends. Noah the Prodigy taking the first one. This is winner final, so we're going to first of 3, right? We got a lot to play.
First to 3, that was really, really smart for Noah the Prodigy to cash out on that insurance policy. And that's something that makes Nadeshko as a V-trigger so strong, right? Those situations where your opponent feels like they have the opportunity to, you know, interrupt or take their turn back or keep their offense going, and Nadeshko doesn't care. She just comes right in.
You can't stop her, dog. Here we go. Now the Prodigy saying, you can't stop me by myself right now, but this is the input right here. Chrissy CH is gonna go for the suck, and I like that he's gonna get a little bit of V-meter and gets the butt slam on the deck.
Yep.
The cheeks, I should say.
The cheeks.
The peach. The cheeks, the peach. You know what I'm talking about. V reversal puts it back in the corner. I also like this V-trigger choice because having a 2-bar versus V reversal when you need to, that's good against Mika, but it's hard V reversal to get socked in the corner here. EX takes to the corner. Brimstone, what's next?
Yeah. Hold this mix up. And I like that. The offensive V reversal to disrupt the activation point. Oh man, super dead. Woo! That's a lot of damage.
Definitely dead. That's and room to spare. Man had side, the extra stuff. You can take it, put the rest of the damage in a doggy bag and take it and eat it for days. Noah
got
super
leftovers.
strong here. My man, you saw him wait for the HPP2, and now he's getting the jump in. The neutral working out well for him.
Medium punch. Interesting option.
These are just great reads on the way that Chrissy CH wants to play in the heavy kick chemistry. Easy bait of it. Big damage.
Throws him back in the corner, putting him in the mix. How are you gonna deal? How is
the V-trigger activation?
Is he stunned? I think he's stunned. Oh, just one away. Oh, what a crosscut DP. That confidence. That could be huge.
You gotta have that. You gotta have them on the deck when you play this character. DPs are so important, and so are crosscuts, and not allowing people to get their party started. But EXDP bust out like that. These young bucks out here, dog. They don't care about a damn thing.
How is Noah the Prodigy gonna close this out? Slowly but surely, his life is getting tickled.
Nadeshko.
Oh man.
That's how. You got jumped. You got jumped once. That's cool. You got jumped twice. You knew I was gonna bring help every single time. I ain't gonna fight. You should have known.
That was, again, like, that's such a strong. It's not quite as good as it used to be. It did get like the V trigger call for Nadeshko for Mika got a little bit weaker this season, but it's still, again, using it as an insurance policy to cash out in those moments where you don't want the opponent to make a comeback. You feel like they're trying to, you know, get their engines started and get that momentum. It's so powerful as a stopping tool that you can't count it out. If you're fighting Mika, you have to be cognizant of that.
Yeah, and I feel as if like, man, I feel that Noah just has a great read on Chris CCH's tendencies, and that's the sign of him starting to build that part of his game plan out in terms of being a player. And again, we already said it when we saw him play before. Just understanding there's another person on the other side of that controller. They're gonna be reciting what you're doing, and you have to build upon that game plan not only before you hit the match, but when you're in the match too. You gotta understand how am I gonna pick up their tendencies as we play, and he's doing a damn good job of that. And he's running his play. It's 2 up. He's about to be in grand final side.
Yeah.
And he was talking. He's like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. He's like, I'm gonna make this work. And this is the person that's been. I definitely think that him playing, getting better. He's been diligent. He's been running his show. The nightmares out here, understanding the game plan of other people, starting to kind of take from that. Maybe he doesn't know, but he started to take from that. It's led him to here. And Chris CCH topped that.
I really like this Guile pick from Chris CCH. You know, if there's a character that can stop high octane offense, it is Guile. But you have to be careful about that, right? You know, getting baited out with your reversal by the body splash can just spell disaster. And just like this, he's already one mix-up away. Oh man, he whiffs the shimmy. How is Chris CCH gonna make this count?
Oh, didn't get the D. Oh, that was a bad one right there. Trying to get the flash kick to go for the X activation. CCH not on this just yet.
Oh man,
Slide.
he's gotta hold it. Okay, I like the plus frame position to dash go.
Flash is coming through.
Baits him out, gets the good damage.
All-American. One more trying to get the overhead max distance. Wasn't close enough, but he'll take the jab for the punish. Chris CCH fighting back.
Round 2.
That was tough from Noah. You know, he was just a little bit misspaced there on that shoulder tackle and was able to get punished there. That move oftentimes, and that's two rounds in a row where he baits that out. Chris CCH has to be careful. Immediate jump out, but catches him with the crouching medium punch. Oh, and the reaction.
My man's awake. These young men out here, they don't have a bedtime. Side switch, denied.
I don't
Absolutely
care.
denied. B triggered this time. I'm gonna freeze the screen to make sure the job is done.
The
Flash kick,
throw.
air throw. Sit down, back throw though from Noah. With positions, trading places. The flash kick. He just calls it out. He picks the pole
So
as soon as
ready.
it's dialed.
Okay. Oh man.
Next though.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do for wake up? The throw tech.
Texas stay alive.
Oh
The
man,
X
the
don't matter,
call
though.
out. He was so prepared. And that is him paying attention to how Chris CCH has been responding on wake up when he's nervous. He's been jumping out so consistently. He's like, I got something for you this time. This EX ain't gonna miss.
And Noah one away from taking down Chris CCH, putting him down in the dungeon. Here's the back throw. We saw this before. He'll put him in the corner, making and just running his game plan. Splash lands on the booms. But Noah's just like, listen, this is cool. If Noah plays like he doesn't have health, he's like, I don't really care, dog. I'm going in. Like, I'm cool with this. It don't matter, because even if I'm one health away or I've got full bar, I'm going in regardless. It's flash kick though.
Man, that was such an unfortunate situation for Noah. He had his game plan working after that Deshko call, but he was so close after the EX, or when he decided to go into EX Peach, that it like missed the second hit and he got put in the corner, but he was able to close it out anyways and take it 3-0 over Chris CCH.
Mistakes like that don't matter when you take it anyway. I mean, that's the thing, is like, that just shows you the strength of Noah when he is able to take out these moments where, yeah, he had a misconfirm here or there. He didn't get what he wanted. He was able to right the ship and say, listen, I want this and I want it now. I don't have it my way. And my man's going to winner side grand finals of Wednesday Night Fights, and he ain't been here, but he gonna be here. And I gotta give props to him, okay?
Yeah,
because again,
he's
he's recognizing. Obviously his series is great. You know, hit up on the Nightmares on Saturdays.
Yes.
I gotta keep running that love. My man's putting on exhibitions with Snake Eyes Jr. on the mic. It is a fun time. But my man, Noah has been putting the work in this game, and you see it right here. You see it against Chris CCH. You see him reading people, understanding how to play people. And again, my man don't play. He play like that. He plays like somebody else is on the screen, but he plays like his health is not a pool, and he's dangerous. It's like he's got nothing to live for. He's just going in. It's like, I don't care. I'll take you down with me. But he's taking him to winner's side grand final. So you seeing some more Mika play, and
Yeah.
I'll have to adjust the tier list when we get done with this. You know, Mika boost up a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna bring up, right? It's like Mika, unfortunately, is a character that has been basically consistently nerfed since season 1, and so the popularity and representation for her as a character has dropped consistently, but you do see the character specialists, and to see him putting in this kind of work with a character like Mika that really fits his playstyle is inspiring. It's really great to see him making this work and making Winterside Grand Finals.
You know, Noah saying I don't even play this game. I'm a content creator, bro. Don't test me with that. Don't let me find out. Don't let me look at your secondary accounts and stuff like that. What you've been doing out here? Because I know you've been playing this game a little bit, and I know there's a party coming through from ESFC Mario coming through the party of 46. Welcome to the Street Fighter V Weds Night Fights tournament. We are going to be showing you some Fang versus Akuma action. I know you didn't think you're going to be seeing that, but guess what? That's what's on the menu. Enjoy. Winners final, or not winners final side. It's going to be, I think, losers final side. If I'm correct.
I think it is, or no, the loser semis, yeah. Now this is a match. Akuma wins, but it is, if you're not super prepared for this match, it can be easy to lose before you know it because of this poison damage and, you know, Akuma's low health. So you do have to really be on point.
Yeah, I see it already because Hylick's just going in. He's like, listen, I don't want to get that poison damage going and let Novaspec get the distance between us. So he's staying in. And Akuma is really great about doing that as he finishes on Novaspec after building up this bar and the DP to do it.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, he was really ready. I feel like he knows this matchup well. But I don't want to see that confidence turn into overzealous offense and, you know, end up biting him in the ass.
Yeah, we'll see. Because, I mean, Hylick definitely has shown he's got the defensive tactics on the deck, so it just depends on how much he's lived up this matchup.
That combo was so bizarre.
It's so odd. This character's so odd in so many ways.
Like, look at that combo! That combo was ridiculous.
Just flapping his arms around, dog.
Right?
Just slapping him around. But it's the thing. It's like it's death by 1,000 cuts. Yep. And it's working out. Hylick bleeding. And again, Akuma not a character with a lot of health.
He's really got to be careful about letting those stray hits add up and how he's going to approach. He does have V-Trigger now, which makes it a lot easier for him to approach on a character like Fong, who does have strong anti-air options, as well as, you know, throwing down the cloud. You can deal with that with your 2-hit fireball. Oh man, I thought maybe, well, it wouldn't have been worth it to, I thought maybe he was going to option select into Demon there, but it wouldn't have been worth it.
Yeah, I mean, there's too much health on Novaspec's side to really matter, so I'm sure he's just saving that bar for the next round, and no big deal. Like, you can still take this, but again, it's cycling through the options and get that offense going because you don't want to be down in health. So
that combo
fight
was
back
so
in right now.
sick.
He definitely has to fight back out of the corner, but Novaspec puts him right back in.
Okay, okay, I like the EX Air Fireball option. You know, it's got so many hits that it's gonna beat out both the puddle and the fire, or the poison balls from Fong. And he goes into the V-Trigger uppercut here off of the V-Trigger activation. Smart. They can block the
down. Gotta hold these fireballs. Viewer versus says Novaspec as he gets out.
Oh, what a whip
medium kick. So you see Hylick chasing him down. Hot pursuit.
Oh man,
coming. This winner.
Ooh,
instant overhead.
Instant overhead. That's smart. Fong is a tall character. You know, use your safe, you know, 50-50 option to close it out is really smart.
Yeah, Hylick, when we talked about it before, we talked about it so much in that match. You gotta stay on top of this character. Do not let Fang get that lead with the death by 1,000 cuts. And we've already seen Novaspec really use the movement of the character and his own movement, his own hit and run style to great effect in terms of keeping away. But Hylick is just on top of him. He knows what to do to kind of keep the pressure on, and I love that.
Yeah. Novaspec, one thing that's been really tough, he hasn't really been able to establish a fireball game, which makes Fong a lot easier to deal with. You know, if you're not having to navigate this maze of zoning, right, whether it's the cloud or the different range on the balls or whatever, if you don't really have to deal with it, it makes it much easier to put him in the corner, pressure him, make him deal with, you know, your plus frames, and that's not where he wants to be. And
ooh, the trade.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. We busted out. Hylick is like, listen, I gotta get something going right now. My man's late for work. He's rushing to get there. Interrupts the demon flip. Novaspec in prime position to take this.
Hylick has to be careful. Hylick has to be careful here because Novaspec is close to building up super, and he was going to be able to chip him, but he didn't even have to. Catches him with the defensive back throw. You know, it's a really tough thing to deal with when you're trying to shimmy. Characters with pretty good grab ranges can throw you out of that. It's really frustrating.
Novaspec looking a lot better right now. But again, it's all about getting that fat lead right before, right? And then like not letting it go. but also kind of introducing some of those defensive tactics we saw before in terms of movement and stuff like that. Also keeping that offense going with the medium kick lands.
Yep, puts him in the corner. Gets, oh man, gets the big damage, go into the, oh, he missed. That is kind of a tough combo. You have to, oh, is he gonna get the, no, he doesn't have the right punish.
Teleport punish.
Okay, he does
Let's
put
go
him back in the
High
corner. Okay, I like it.
He labbed that out. He definitely labbed that sucker out. He said, if I ever meet a Fang and that dude supers out of the corner, I got something for you.
Yep.
He's like, he had that in his notes on page. It had to have been like in the depths of the pages. There was like stains on it, but he's like, one day I'll use it. And today was the day. I look now on match point, and it's definitely going to take him there. How far can he go? Can NovaSpec stop him?
He was keeping the train going. He was really trying to work his arsenal and keep him cornered, but Hylix is doing a good job fighting himself out. I really like the option of using the 2-hit red fireball. That way it's a little bit safer. You're not going to get punished for it from that range.
Goes on the cloud. EX coming through in the neutral. Poison cloud to the other side. He's looking back for Hylix.
All these buttons.
I mean, this character has a lot of plus range, right?
Yeah.
He's adept by 1,000 cuts, but you gotta know when to take your turn. And NovaSpec wants to turn everything, to this match point
my
for him.
gosh,
Even things out, and he will.
He's side switching constantly when you're knocked down. It doesn't even have to be a hard knockdown. If you're taking a little bit of time, he's mixing you up. You have to be super aware of what his frame advantage is after he knocks you down. That's so tricky with Fong to deal with.
Yeah, he's fixing for those mix-ins, man, and it's all in his hands. NovaSpec just running that game, and when he gets that lead, he's just like denying so many things from Hylix. He's denying that medium kick confirm and stuff like that. He's denying the V trigger. He's actually making Hylix having the V reversal and put him on the back button. You make a Akuma V reversal like that, that's generally a good sign in most matches.
For sure.
It's like him having to do that is great, but it's also great for him to land the medium kick right there, just out of the corner.
Okay, and that is a tough situation for Akuma. Akuma does have really strong anti-airs, but if you're not ready for that float option that Fong has, it can be difficult to figure out what to do because like the spacing is so weird.
Reversal again.
Trying to chase him down. Yeah,
back to mid screen. This is fine if you're Hylix. You want to be here. You got a little bit of bar to work with, but how do you get in here? You've already taken some poison, and now the onus is on you to come to him. Push this open. Never mind.
Jump in.
That'll help. That jumping heavy punch will definitely bless the dome.
Ooh, I really like the option for the demon flip kick there. It was gonna beat the misspaced crouching medium punch. Good frame trap. Put him back in the corner. Ooh, he went for tricky Tatsu.
Okay, and it works out for EX.
Oh no, he's not dead. Oh, calls him out.
Just a dab will do you. And now it's Hylix on match point, looking to go to loser's final side of things. He's almost there. Red fireball connects. Round start.
No medium kick Tatsu. That's okay. He's already got a pretty sizable life lead. Pushing towards the corner, he's gonna stun here. Okay, he's got
sizable life lead. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Sizable life lead. Meter on the deck. This is Akuma. This is dangerous right here. EX Tatsu. EXDP. One more confirmed to do it. Hylix. That light kick. Not enough.
Those are plus frames. Okay, here's his chance. This is gonna be super tough for Fong, but he can do it. Just like this. This is how it gets started. What's he gonna do?
Gets a throw. Hylix trying to come in, gets hit off the ball.
And he just does regular DP. He knew it wasn't real.
Bro, the bust out. He did his homework. That was DP tartar, not slathered, not lathered. In that EX, my man just did it. He served it like it just came out of the package, but it worked. Just as you said, found the gap, threaded the needle, and did it. Yo, Hylix moving on in the bracket. And this is someone, I was watching in James' channel, and I was like, this dude's really nice. Akuma's really nice. And love to see those Akumas that really understand the game and understand it. And I feel like you almost have to. Like, I'm going to give you Akuma some credit, all right? I'm going to bless you with some credit, okay?
Don't let Twitter hear you.
Akumas, please don't clip this, people. Because Akuma players, they got to work a little bit harder now because things are online. And if there are any hitches, you miss a confirm, it's going to hurt even harder and all that stuff like that. So you really have to understand the game. And yes, you were nerfed in a way where you can't run your usual guerrilla stuff. You got to put a little bit more, put your back into it a little bit more.
Right.
So you see the strong Akumas make it to the bracket because they're strong, because they understand the game, not because they're running their usual Akuma game. Like, you're not going to see the flow charty ones running through. That's why you see only Samurai and dudes like Hylix out here, and not like me if I picked up Akuma. I'm not just going to be, demon flipping it. No. You ain't going to see me. You'll see these dudes out here, and this it's for good reason, right? Just how Akuma is. But it's a tough draw because now you have to go up against Chris CCH.
Yes, and all of I do think Akuma does okay against G, but Chris CCH's other two characters, well, actually other three characters, being Seth, Sakura, and Guile, I actually think do really well against Akuma. I think two of them beat Akuma outright. Sakura, I think, is
Wait,
even.
What? You think Sakura is, bro? You are gonna get blown up on the Twitter. I right now in the Sakura Discord,
Sakura is even with Akuma. Sakura is even with Akuma. She does so much damage. That standing light kick is such a problem. We'll talk about this later.
Definitely helps out. Yeah, we definitely have to have a discussion. No, but you know what? To me though, when it comes to matchups, I am curious to see people's thoughts because there's so many variants depending on who you play. And,
yeah,
you know,
of course.
It goes around it. So like nobody's really wrong in my eyes. Like we're not even offline to figure half this stuff out. So nobody's really wrong when it comes to this stuff. But I'll tell you one thing though. You said it before, and we'll say it again. What happens on the paper may not happen in the match. Pilot going in with the firewall pressure. You have to be careful about dealing with this with the DP.
Good DP, very patient. Oh man, and the back fierce, that was so good. He was 2 steps ahead right there. He backed off preemptively, knowing he would bait him into jumping. Perfect V reversal timing right there. Got him cornered, and this is what you have to do against Seth. You have to put them in the corner, make them feel uncomfortable. I really like that EX uppercut to get out and take your turn back.
Now the V-trigger activation, the chase down, but the hot pursuit is denied with the teleport.
The plus
the first throw, you'll take that.
Hold it again.
Be careful now. The back fierce trade not in his favor. Chris CCH just had a little bit more health, and by a little bit, I mean a lot of it.
Excuse me. And that's a tough draw, right? Because he definitely could have either medium punch DP'd or EX DP'd there, but he was kind of he had used back fierce a few times to anti-air, so he was kind of in that zone of like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do, and he didn't really cycle through his wheel of options quick enough to know what was gonna be the right call.
Okay, heavy kick denies the dive kick. I like that, but the back of him high, like in the corner, another one. Gonna need for the EX bust out.
Knew it wasn't real block string.
Have those on the deck. Activation though.
Oh, he was gonna Kara Demon him. What a good challenge from Chris CCH. He went into the startup. Okay, I like the frame trap there. He chipped him out. He's dead. Smart.
Yep, no dip. I'm
Smart
starting
stuff.
to see the difficulty a little bit of, you know, dealing with Seth, especially with his trigger, right? Like, it's an explosive matchup between the two either way. And the axe kick, you have to be really preemptive with your back fears. But also, when you have a trigger like this, that turns the tide of the match, like, real quick. Like, you can have the trigger popped in the middle of it, and then you've lost most of your health, and you're like, Akuma, like, what do I do now?
Right.
Like, now I have to make the comeback happen. And you have to worry about that. But also, Chris CCH is denying Hylic, you know, the demon, denying that comeback factor as well. That's also played in this. So it's a player and character matchup, and Chris is playing it very well. As it gets to confirm the V skill suck.
Yep, that gives him access to that.
Yeah,
red fireball, which is actually really good. It gets good corner carrying, good damage. Look at, man, that hurts against the Akuma.
Yeah, the red on it. Man.
Oh,
Axe kick puts him down to the ground.
That's just out of range for that target combo. But Hylic has to be really careful here because he's close to getting Chris CCH V-trigger, and he's got it now. So he's got a chance to activate and, you know, take his turn back.
Heavy kick trades. That's still in Chris' favor because, you know, I was the knockdown right there. Just stayed and delayed. But here's a V-trigger activation.
He's going to be able to chip him out again.
Oh, no!
He misconfirmed. Yep. That could have actually been the game. That would have given him enough meter for super. So, you know, one thing I would like to touch on that we've seen Chris CCH super ready for, that actually gives Akuma an incredibly hard time, is using that stand roundhouse to beat fireball attempts. You can do it pretty late and still, like, even if you trade, that's a win for Seth because you have Akuma off of you and pushed at a far enough range away that he has to work his way back in.
Yeah, right about crouching mini kick range is really good too for him. Now you got him in the corner. Chris CCH locking him down. Hylic trying to get out, but closer to V-trigger. Will even have
Oh, he's dead.
Chris CCH puts it on the deck. Not just yet. He stays alive.
He
Which is
chip
like an
out.
option. Just do it just yet.
Oh, yeah,
But backs
he
up
baited
with a
him.
super.
Yep. Super
They
smart.
come my way.
And that, again, that's like one of the really tough things against Seth as Akuma is like the ranges that Akuma likes to play at. Seth honestly does better because being able to buffer crouching medium kick the way that he can, on top of discouraging jump in attempts. You know, if you're trying to read the Tatsu, or if you're trying to read if you're trying to read the aura hands or whatever, there are so many ways that Seth can handle your approach that other characters can't. That you really have to think up new things on the fly or have a really strong strategy coming in that you know, hopefully the other guy isn't ready for. It's hard to play neutral against Seth.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where I think this character, the way Seth is being played the last couple of months is different than when Seth came out.
Yes.
Because now you have to really factor in all the tools. I do think that Akuma, if they switch up their neutral enough when it comes to poking the fireball and give that close range game, it reminds me of Guile, right? The Guile matchup where,
sure,
you know, the longer limbs allow Seth to work a lot better. But when you get in, it's the better buttons of Akuma that just starts that good right there, right?
Yeah.
So it's Hylic, the match is like Hylic has to get in, but how can he do that if he doesn't, you know, implement the fireball game? You have to be really wary. Now we're seeing the pokes come out from Hylic with the fireball right in that mid range where it's a risk to kind of, you know, maybe go for something else, but the buffers over for CCH, max distance, catching him walking back.
Yeah, and that's tying in one of the nerfs that Akuma got with the extended hurt box. You know, when he's trying to throw a fireball. Excuse me again. Seth, oh man, good side switch. He got it this time. Puts him back in the corner. Good damage. Yep, hit him with the frame kill throw, and he's not dead, but it's close. Okay, how's he gonna try and figure it out? Yep.
The throw. One of the things that you gotta look also about is Seth is like his buttons are pretty whip punishable. Like, you know, if you're close enough, again, if you're Akuma, you can whip punish the majority of his buttons, but if you're close, you get the suck, the big hoover, the on button, and it's on max.
Good spacing on that red fireball there, not able to be punished, and you see Chris CCH going for the dive kick there. Oh, big damage, this is gonna hurt. Yep, got the Oki, pushing towards the corner.
No cross cut, crushing medium punch, I tell you, won't work out for the trip guard.
Okay. No,
going in?
No range, or not in the right range to get a conversion. Look at him just harassing.
Kicks. Listen, if you're not gonna do anything about it, I'm gonna keep doing it. All right, he's got options, but nothing's coming out from Hylic. He took all that damage, all that stun. He's got B trigger, but one hit, one confirm, it'll be done. I'm telling you, man, you gotta be super careful. The buffer from Chris CCH.
This is a tall mountain to climb for Hylic. You know, you have to be wary. Even if you do land a couple of hits, right, that's gonna give Chris CCH damn near super, and then you're gonna get chipped out. You have to be careful.
Yeah, he can still do it though. Hylic, you got all the tools at Home Depot, but how are you gonna use them?
He's done.
Trigger is enough to build up the bar. EXD, he finds a gap.
I can't believe he got so greedy that he didn't want a super. I would hate to see them fight him.
The right, you know,
oh yeah.
It won't. There's a super right through the fireball, puts CCH on magic point.
Yep.
Now I like that. I like the idea of Hylic to kind of back off, but he was just playing a little bit too close to Chris CCH, and these mistakes are kind of adding up, right? He ate like 3 or 4 dive kicks, and my man didn't do anything about them. You have to anti. You got the tools to do it, right? It is a call out in some cases, but you do have other tools. You see the counter hit, like the back spear's got to come out, dog. You gotta start DPing. We're gonna do the old school. We stay outside the range of that axe kick. Hylic's just taking these.
Yeah, trying to stay out of the range is definitely the best option because the ability to change up the arc or fake the dive kick is too much to potentially try and go for a back fierce or an uppercut. It's really scary as a Akuma to try and deal with. Okay.
Bro, you sitting here talking about Akuma can't do this and that. Look at this CA. See you next round. See you next round. What's this going on? What am I seeing, Akuma? What am I seeing with Akuma? What am I seeing with Akuma right here? Putting those millions of tools at work.
Yes.
That's the thing. All
got the offense
on the other hand, Akuma players, on the other hand, when things get going your way, it's looking gravy out here. And I think one of the things is, like, we already said it before, once Akuma's in, Seth has to make the moves to get him off, right? Once Hylic was like, okay, I gotta back off a little bit and then I'm gonna find my way in and then make it count, that's when he starts to shine. If he can keep that up, that's going to final game, final round. Because CCH kind of denied that, still on game point.
But Hylic still has to try and win neutral, and so far he's been really struggling to do that. One thing that we didn't touch on that was such a big factor in him winning last round was the block EXDP on Chris CCH. You know, he tried to steal a turn back, tried to get through a gap, and Hylic was aware enough and present enough to bait it. But this time, you just saw that super dominant round of you know, having the right pressure tools, having the right whiff punishes, having the right reads in neutral that just led to a super dominant win. Puts him at match point.
Yeah, this is looking super good for ChrisCCH, but he turns around with a throw.
This is how it gets
pressure's still
started.
damn good this season.
Oh,
Three?
man.
Bro.
None of that's real. ChrisCCH has to call that out.
At the same time,
this is
you
actually
make a
tough.
mistake and my man's get the crush, and then it's a
True.
done deal. Back fears.
Okay.
Ooh, X kick coming through.
No punish though. That's, you know, even blocking it was -2. Oh man.
Turn back. Chris not spending the EX just yet because he knows he wants that final hit to do. X kick for the finish. ChrisCCH gives him the COVID cut for the finish. Listen, if you're not going to do anything about it, if you're not going to DP me or back fierce or even attempt to do those things, I'm running it. And I do the same thing. I do the same thing. I mean, you look at kind of how ChrisCCH and Akuma. I said Akuma because Samurai just like that. And just like that, we got the Arc Revo slide up on here. Let me talk about this for a second. Southwest and Northwest coming up. Yeah, you see that the Granblue and the BB tag is up on the deck. You guys are signing up for those the 31st of October and the 1st of November. Actually, one day away from my birthday. Registration in on the 26th. So guys, give me a big birthday present and sign up for these games. And show some love and support, man. I can't wait for the Midwest one that's going to be coming up soon. It's going to be fantastic. It's fantastic what these games are. You know, Granblue got a recent patch. I know it's kind of been, you know, a little shaky for people in terms of, you know, getting used to it. But I honestly think it's great for the scene. It's great for the community moving forward in this season. So, you know, if you haven't, give these games a try. You know, pick them up, play them. There's a great community behind both the games. I'm definitely in the Granblue scene myself, so make sure you guys are coming through with that. And yeah, have some fun with it. And I can't wait to see the brackets for them. And I can't wait to see you guys putting more in the Matcherino. I know there's more codes. Put them in there. Run them in there. I know you guys are having a great time. Show us that you're having a great time. Hit us with a little bit of a tip in terms of the promo code WNF2020SFV for that free 50% donation. And the sponsor quest on the right-hand side there.
Sponsor quest. Yeah, give us some love, guys. We'd appreciate it. The players would appreciate it. And if you don't, if you don't have any money, that's okay. No pressure. But if you could help us out, we would love it.
Yeah, I mean, you got the codes. You can run those. I know, right now, so make sure you guys run those codes and show that love, show that support. And we're going to show you some more great Street Fighter V action. There's been some great things that we've been seeing, some great variety, highlight coming through. That's a Akuma player I hope to see more in the future.
Yes, he's super strong.
Samurai all the damn time. He's super strong, but we also, get to see some new face, new variety. That's always great. But now we're gonna be seeing, the old crowd in terms of ChrisCCH, which sounds so weird. He's so young, and
Dude, right?
same with Noah.
Yeah,
but Noah, a little different here. He's moving through this bracket. It's moving. My man said,
winners.
"I don't play this game. I don't play this game.
I produce content."
I don't know about that. I think my man is Ghost. I bet he got another account that he's definitely playing on. But he's definitely you see the work that he's been putting in, at least with this game, and understanding that there's another person playing and understanding how to evolve his play style. But let's see how he's going to be able to do it with CCH. I mean, it's going to be for Chris. It's going to be a long road, right? Loser side of things, and you got Meek up in the winner side. Only got to win the one set.
Right.
Chris got to win the 2 to reset the bracket. This is grand finals, Wednesday night fight, Street Fighter V action. Let's get it.
Let's go. Now, if there is a character that does well in a shorter set with the opportunity to get stuff started, it is Mika, and we are seeing it here. Noah the Prodigy going in, already getting the stun and cornering stuff, went for the big gamble that would have potentially closed it out, but ChrisCCH sniffed it out. He was ready.
Yeah, good. Holding north, very smart. D reversal, trying to keep him in the corner. Offensive style, just backs away. Noah just needs that good few confirms to end things. Chris walked at him, like said, "Oh, you're coming to me."
Ooh, the double dash.
The splash.
Okay, good damage here. Man, look at that. Easy 250 damage. Okay, this is going to be one situation away from stun. Unless, is he stunned? Man, it never ends.
That's a chunk. It's a chunk.
Okay. Man, and I can't believe he brought that back. That's so crazy. Hold these plus frames. What's Mika going to do? How is Noah going to close this out and not choke this away?
He's got to be careful about jumping in because those could be VP. And Sachin whiffs an EX command grab. Chris recovers in time and gets the punish using the light.
That was such a peculiar interaction. Both players kind of trying to gamble a little bit and get a read, and it paid off in Chris's favor. That's a lot of drop kicks.
I mean, yeah, if you're Chrissy CH, you gotta be looking out for those punish, though, on the splash. You're just sipping this one out at least. You're gonna get the corner carry from that, from one bar. Good old Seth. No DP,
Not
no
ready.
anti-air.
Yeah, not
No
ready
one's
for the
working
neutral
out of
jump.
corner.
Okay, good DP there,
Yeah.
and this is a good life lead too, and also, you know, getting closer to building that V trigger. Okay, yep. Go for the slide into V trigger activate, hold the plus one. Okay, gets the punish. Oh no! Drops
He's
the
missed command grabs.
drops, yep. Okay. Now
Didn't
how-
get a big punish from that, but no big deal. Noah's still in this.
Closing
It's
the
gonna be a rough
distance.
road, but look at where he's at. Look at where he's put Chrissy CH. It don't matter. Never mind. That's
Dang,
dead.
it does close it out. Yeah, that was good damage there, surprising. You know, the EX axe kick didn't really scale, or I'm sorry, not EX axe kick, EX Tatsu didn't really scale that much. That was really good.
Man, I feel like if you're a person who wants to play Seth, you can still play him, but with that patch coming up, I don't know. I don't know what Captain's gonna do to this character. This character look a little ridiculous. You know, to be honest though, I will say this. I will say this. This character is ridiculous, but it takes a certain kind of person to take him all the way to the top of the level.
For sure.
And I do think that this character still has some things that need to be labbed out into toning them down to neutral, but Chris CCH is the type that he's going to run his game plan, the young man reactions, that young man aggression, and it's working out in style. It's like it's almost like a perfect fit for him.
Yeah, I do think this character fits him really well. Has a strong sense of neutral, you know, that we see from him when he's playing G, when he's playing Guile, when he's playing Sakura, but has the offense, you know, coming from V-trigger activation that maybe some of the other characters, you know, whether it's Sakura or Guile, depending, doesn't exactly get. But we see Chris CCH now trying to fight his way out of the corner and calls out the command grab attempt with the EX DP and closes it out.
That axe kick, dog. That axe kick. The blessed axe kick. The one that people talk about on the Twitter. The one people complain about. That several people are typing. If you say, oh, it's not that bad, just with punish. You know people are talking about that. And Chris CCH using it to great effect, knowing that Notification can't really do much as Mika to deal with it. Hit right here. Noah going with the EX.
You know, throughout a lot of these interactions, Chris CCH has been getting the better end of the stick regarding how Noah has been activating V-Trigger. There have been so many times where Noah's been forced to kind of activate Raw to try and get something out of it, and Chris CCH, just like this, can just block and hold the plus range. It's like, whatever, big deal.
And he'll challenge like that too with the hair on his chest. And this man is playing like he's not even losers. My dog is playing like he's like, I'm actually winners and I'm sitting pretty. But to be honest, he's playing in a way that's shutting down Noah's style. That frantic pace, it just doesn't. Yeah, and Mika, because that neutral just doesn't work out too well. And I feel like Seth, like even if you take a round from him, it's like, that's cool, dog. Next one is mine because I play that neutral just a lot better than you. Chris about to reset the bracket point for him at least. Try to reset it and take Noah to losers. And what a round start. B still suck.
Oh my gosh, what a call out. Dashes up, goes into the stand roundhouse to beat the backdash attempt and gets good damage out of it. Yeah. Pushing towards the corner, get the Oki, and Noah has been constantly getting hit with that meaty pressure. You know, he's getting caught with the stagger, and it's getting Chris CCH so much mileage that Noah's really having a hard time reeling back from it. He's not able to recover.
This is kind of dipping back into that, you know, where you feel uncomfortable, you kind of dip back into old habits. Noah wants to immediately get his pressure going, and this is good right here, but you gotta be careful because Chris CCH has proven he will challenge on wake up, counter hit, and now Chris CCH has pulled it all the way back. EXDP taking his turn. It's mine. It's in my hands. It's mine. Bro, I love this play. I love to see these kids go at it like this.
Okay.
Man, okay. Back to neutral.
Man, this is an exciting match. I really want to see. Okay, man, this is
in the corner.
Oh my gosh!
One more hit to do it.
So much damage.
He spaced it out correctly.
Oh no!
He space it out full. The combo drops, and my man's dropping down to losers. Noah going down to losers for the Shin Grand Finals. The Young Man Grand Finals.
Oh, that was so heartbreaking for Noah. He was at the perfect space to punish that to punish the axe kick with the shoulder tackle, and had the right combo dialed up, but just at the wrong space. Bro, oh man, I hope he can shake that off.
That spacing was raggedy, dog. That was some raggedy stuff. You need to patch that up, my friend. Come on, Noah, patch that up, my friend. And I'll tell you one thing. What makes this is what makes this even harder is like, again, dealing with the axe kick. You don't really have the crouching medium punch, which may in previous seasons may have helped out, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Is nerfed even more. Like the cross-up feature doesn't work as well, and it's
Yeah.
not as good of an anti-air. But I wonder if, like in previous seasons, if that would have been able to help out. So you have to rely upon better spacing of your character, better movement of you as a player too, and better reads on the other person. And we'll see if that even happens. It was a quick reset for CCH. Definitely has the read. You know he's sticking with that set.
Yeah, so far throughout that first set where Chris CCH reset it convincingly, we haven't seen, like, Noah has struggled so much to try and get any sort of like counter poke or whiff punish game going, which is a weakness of Mika, right? Like we have seen players like Fudo and Luffy do a good job of making her neutral work, but you really have to have a world-class understanding of the character and how this game is played in neutral, and Noah just isn't quite there yet, but he is able to make his big gambles work, and we're seeing that now, you know, these 50-50 situations, making him guess, and how is Chris CCH going to respond? He's taking his turn back and putting him in the corner.
This is good right here because Chris CCH, never mind, he's taking everything away from him. He's taking his car keys, he's taking his house, he's taking his pets, his plants, all of it away as the round just goes right back into his favor. Yo, yo, Snake Eyes, where you at? You need to buff up your boy. I need you in his ear saying, hey man, you can't be playing like this. I can't talk that street talk up on here. But what I will say is he needs the power up. He needs the buff up from the boys because this is looking raw, dog. This is looking uncooked, unflavored.
Gets the good corner carry, puts him into the corner, but he gets the defensive back throw, and Mika's able to get her game going. Gets to confirm off the standing medium punch. What's it gonna be?
Oh,
okay, catch them. Okay, this is it. If he gets the stun here, he can
decision.
kill.
You gotta find the confirms, you gotta find the hit.
Oh,
Chris
man.
CCH survives the other day. The Mad Cradle coming through, gets a grab. Goes to the corner, plus frames, no one respects it.
Buffers the crouching medium kick, holds the plus frames off in a dash go, and he's okay with that. He's, you know, if he gets any confirm here, that's gonna probably, I think, oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Just like that.
Ooh, you know Capcom's looking at this. You know that they're in the, they got the eyes in the back. I feel their eyes in the back saying, what can we do to this character in the patch? Because my man is running through like it's absolute butter. Chris CCH, you gotta give credit to Chris CCH. I know y'all in the chat talking about blah, 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 whatever, about Noah, but you gotta think about it like this way. It's actually hard to kind of place down Chris CCH in the way that he's playing and control the pacing, and it's making Noah, you know, just shaky. You know, like you see, like he scrambles because this is where he lives. And to be honest, that's how you want to be in a lot of matches, but it just doesn't work against someone like Chris, who's just like, I'll scramble with you, dog. I like scrambled eggs. I'll order that with you. let me get a side of scramble too. Let me have what he's having.
And like Noah has been really living and dying by the charge drop kick, and so far it has not, like, even when he's been crush counted, it has not deterred Chris CCH from either challenging or just holding it. And so I want to see Noah figure out a better way to make his way in and work Mika's ammo, right? Make the bullets
like
that
that?
she has count, just like that, exactly.
There you go. He got the confirm, got the corner push. You got to be able to keep him there too. That's the other side of things. Once you push him in the corner, then you got to run your game plan. Gets a crush to follow up. This should be stunned. There we go.
He's dead.
Noah.
He's gonna be able to build super and close it out.
Oh, there we go. At the very precipice. Yo, just make him clap. Just like that. Oh my God. No.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay. This is what we wanted to see before.
I like this
right?
turnaround.
Trying to find those moments where you can really capitalize on your damage, making them happen.
Yeah, Noah was able to get a couple key crush counters there. He's taking advantage of Chris CCH's tendency to, you know, I want to say maybe it's a little bit of overconfidence. He had called out so many of the charge drop kicks before with whether it was like stand roundhouse or EXDP, that Noah was like, all right, if you're going to keep trying to do it, I'm going to keep trying to do it. And one of these ways are going to pay off, and you're going to be on the losing end. And just like that, he takes that second game of the reset bracket in convincing fashion and is hopefully able to get a little steam in his engine.
Let's see if he can get that going. Because Chris CCH, though, he's going in the corner. EX Brimstone, here we go.
Yes.
Run the game. Run the tables, Dave. Run the tables. That's all you gotta do. Do reversal, stems the pressure, stops the axe kick right there. I'm sorry, the Tatsu.
Oh, man.
There's the axe kick, though. Heavy kick coming through.
Yep, and gonna get good damage off this. Oh, I really like You know, I think that was kind of a combo he tried to make up on the fly, but interestingly enough, it actually, you know, maybe gave him a little bit of Oki.
Yeah, gave him that nice neutral push. Noah though got the. It don't matter. I was gonna say, no, just throw in the back, got slapped away. Get out of here. You know, you're not part of this fight. It's a one-on-one. Chris
And now-
CCH though, living. All it takes is that one decision.
Oh, he
Just
called
like
it
this.
out.
Just like this.
Oh,
One
not
more hit
dead,
to
though.
Either side.
Is it- oh my
wake up bad throw. Wake up normal throw.
Yes. That was right there. That was Noah being aware that Chris CCH loves to use that wake up EXPP, and he hesitated just a couple frames, and Chris knew. He's like, I know that you are going to be worried about this. I'm going to get the throw. I'm going to close it
That's
out.
so unfortunate. Chris CCA trying to get the Oki with the reversal will stem that pressure just a little bit. The jump back jab from Chris, but the crush. And we go back to mid screen.
Okay.
Gets the EX dash up pressure right here. Chasing down the other side of the screen. V reversal says Chris. He's willing to spin that bar because he hasn't shown like he can run this without V trigger. This game
Yeah,
is perfectly
for sure.
fine without doing that, right? And to stop her pressure is what you need. But here we go, back in the corner, on the other side.
But again, Chris CCH has almost built up V-trigger, and that's, you know, that's going to spell potential disaster. Oh my, is he dead? He's not
I'm
dead.
gonna
Is
hold
he
my
dead?
tongue. James, where are you at?
Oh
You're
my
not yet.
gosh. That was freaking
Oh, the EXDP on the
He was
wake up
too-
the activation.
He was too eager to close it out. Noah
Sad
wasn't,
wins.
he didn't believe in his ability to play calm and collected and out neutral Chris CCH.
Wait, stop giving Chris any benefit of the doubt here. He woke up EXDP'd.
Yeah.
Noah was a mile away, and Chris had to have assumed that there was going to be a button slinked out in the neutral like that, and he clipped it. My man just done did it. Now he's at match point. Are you kidding me?
Man.
I caught that clipped. That better have been clipped, dog. That's a real wild play right there. People
really
say you
like-
can't put your style in this game, but you can.
Oh man, and again, there have been so many instances where Chris CCH has dashed up on his advantage and used that stand roundhouse, which is not plus by the way, stand roundhouse to call out the backdash because Noah is so afraid of getting thrown that it has led to such big damage, like almost a shimmy without even moving. It's been so good for Chris CCH.
And Chris is willing to slug this sucker out, man. Every damn day, he's going to slug. Crouching mini kick gets to confirm. And yeah, gets a B skill follow up, put the cheeks on the cheeks. Match point, Chris CCH.
This is
Grand
tournament
Finals
point.
reset.
Doesn't get the confirm off the jump play. It's a little tricky, but he does get the tick throw. Calls him out with the stand roundhouse for Noah being a little overzealous, and he's gonna be one back throw. Okay, he's living, but it's tough. No confirm.
He ain't living too much longer.
Oh, he's
Call the time of
dead.
death. Chris
The
CCH with the
teabag?
bags in the mouth. And takes Wednesday Night Fights, Street Fighter 5 online with Chris CCH with the reset and the 3-1.
What flavor tea do you think
done
that is? What flavor tea do you think?
Man,
that is?
I'll tell you one thing. I'll never want to taste it. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't ever want to taste it. But
That
no one
was-
got a taste of it today. Got a
that
taste
was
of
a
that
message.
big L.
Yeah,
That was definitely a message.
tough.
She said, yo, next week with the real, okay? But you know what? I got to give big props to Noah up doing the
For
big
sure.
things. Man said he was a
Making it on
content
winner's side,
creator.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he definitely made it to the winner's side, definitely put in the work with the Mika.
Yes.
But yo, Chris CCH with the adaptations, really around the neutral game, and showing how powerful Seth is when played with a strong character. Anyone can pick up Seth. I could pick up Seth. Doesn't mean I'm gonna make it to the bracket, but Chris CCH with that wild style is like it's hard to pin him down. You see why that's so strong.
Yeah, you know, whether it's Chris CCH, whether it's Pink, whether it is Stupendous when he's in here, we are seeing the power of Seth, the power of that creation, and how dominant that character can be. We're a couple months into the patch now, and the introduction of that character, and people have had adequate time to lab, but it seems like sometimes there just aren't answers. And so whether it's a counter pick, whether it is, developing a strategy around that character as the meta, something has to be done. But Chris CCH is keeping the game plan strong with Seth, and so far nobody has really had an answer. It's going to be interesting to see how this keeps playing out.
Yeah, it'll be great. I mean, one answer I would like to see from Noah is blocking.
Sure.
That would be great.
Not with your face.
not with your face. Please hold the block button, brother. But again, I want to give, before we bounce out of here, I want to give big shout outs to him. He's been running that exhibition stuff, the Nightmares, on Saturdays. Make sure you guys coming through. He's going to have an exhibition this week. It's going to be a nice one. Make sure you guys are following him on his channels, his Twitters, his Twitch and things like that. It's always good to see that content up in the FGC. And even though my man's going to be like, yo, I'm a content creator, it's great to see him making it through the bracket.
Yes, played
good
great.
stuff to also Chrissy CH. And also great stuff to y'all out there watching us, vibing with us on this great Wednesday night. Just having fun watching Street Fighter 5. I know my neighbors are hating me right now, but that's okay. You don't have to hold that.
Yeah, hold that up with your chest.
But you know what? It's been good. But we got to get bouncing out of here. Anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Just thank you again for hanging with us, guys. Wherever you're at, it's getting a little late, but we appreciate you guys so much, whether it's the players, whether it's the TOs, or us as the commentators. You guys hanging out, wanting to watch, wanting to enjoy some great matches means the world to us. So thank you so much. Thank you to the competitors, too, for putting on a great bracket. Again, Chris CCH absolutely tearing through that loser side, doing so well. It's been a... yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah, it's going to be in my nightmares. But... Oh, and also, I want to apologize to everybody again for the snafu at the start, me having my audio mixed up. Thank you for bearing with me through that.
Don't bring it up, because they forget.
I have to own up. I have to own up.
Chat will always forget. Don't worry about it, because I have not owned up for most of my mistakes that I have made. I bet this green screen's been messing up. Forget it. Man, don't worry about it. We out here locals, and we out of here, people. Yes. Until next time, peace.
Adios, guys.